This is Mojo in the morning.
It's Mojo in the mornings, 5 at 6:55.
5 at 6:55, yo, 5 at 6:55, go now.
Lydia, refresh my memory. We haven't had a long-time winner in what, over a week? Is that has been?
Yep. 1 week.
1 week. And so we have back with us today Monica, who won in her first go at it, which was Friday. Hi, Monica.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome back. So Monica's going
How
for
are you guys?
2 in a row. Great. How was your weekend?
It was good. Busy, but good.
Good. Well, we're happy to have you here with us this morning. We're going to see if we can start a streak this week with you. Stanley wants to stop it. Hi, Stanley.
Hey, Mojo.
Stanley is, let's see here, works at Ford. Today's Stanley's birthday.
Happy birthday, Stanley.
Hey.
Stanley. By the way, what a great month to have a birthday.
Yes,
I know
sir.
a lot of really nice looking people that are born in this month, Stanley, including yourself and some guy named me. I love it. By the way, we've got some
That was a
very
pity
fun.
laugh.
We got some fun guys between you and Devin, the dog
Oh, my
dad.
God.
We're having some fun today. All right, we're locking Monica up in a soundproof area. Good luck to you, Monica.
Bye.
Thank you.
Here we go. 5 pop culture trivia questions. Whoever gets the most right wins. Tie always goes to the champion. Stanley, question number 1. Justin Bieber went on a tirade against the paparazzi over the weekend. What is Justin's baby boy's name?
3 seconds.
Pass.
Question number 2. Sacha Baron Cohen and actress Isla Fisher have finalized their divorce. What is the name of the fictional character from Kazakhstan that he played in the movie of the same name?
Borat.
Question number 3. Kanye West showed up at Diddy's sex trial on Friday. In what state is Diddy's trial taking place?
New York.
Question number 4. This actress sweetly honored her ex-husband, Ben Affleck, who is the father of her 3 children, on Father's Day yesterday in a social media post. Who is she?
Jennifer Garner.
Man, I was a little worried about you. I was thinking this guy's going to be a dud. He's actually got a few here. And question number 5, last but not least, the Detroit Tigers currently have the best record in Major League Baseball. What is their mascot's name?
Pause.
Let's bring the champ back from a soundproof. Why am I getting that way, Stanley?
Stanley, you got
How do you
4
do?
out of 5.
Okay, Stanley.
You did great.
Birthday energy.
Monica, you got to beat 4 out of 5.
Oh, boy. Okay.
You got to be near perfect. Here we go. We'll start with question number 1, which I believe is the only question, yes, that Stanley missed. Justin Bieber went on a tirade against the paparazzi over the weekend. What is the name of Justin's baby boy?
3 seconds. 3.
Jack?
Jack is correct.
1-0.
Question number 2. Sacha Baron Cohen and actress Isla Fisher have finalized their divorce. What is the name of the fictional character from Kazakhstan that he played in the movie of the same name?
Borat.
Correct.
2-1.
Tomas, this is Borat and Mojo in the morning. It's nice. Dziękuję.
Thank you, Sasha. Question number 3. She's got to miss 2 of these, buddy, to win, Stanley. She's got to get at least these next 2 right to win. Question number 3. Kanye West showed up at Diddy's sex trial over the weekend, on Friday, actually. In what state is Diddy's trial taking place?
3 seconds.
Ooh.
3,
Take a guess.
2, 1.
New York?
After the
That
buzzer.
was after.
After the buzzer.
2-2.
Wow.
It is New York, by the way.
New Yorker's right in. Okay, here we go. She's got to make one of these next 2, otherwise we got a new champion. Question number 4. This actress sweetly honored her ex-husband, Ben Affleck, in a Father's Day post. He's the father of her 3 kids. Who is she?
Jennifer Garner.
Yes.
3-3.
And question number 5. The Detroit Tigers currently have the best record in baseball. What's their mascot's name?
3 seconds.
Paused.
Pause! Yeah!
she wins with a tie.
Man, you're thinking about the answers. It scares the crap out of me. You run the man.
I kind of forgot I had to play this morning, so my brain is like a little rusty. So
Listen,
be ready
I
for tomorrow.
did not sleep well last night. I only had maybe a couple hours sleep. It was horrible. I get the Sunday scaries, and it's just an awful thing. I get it. I'm kind of like sitting back with you. I was on the edge of my seat when Kevin was giving the count. I actually almost didn't know what came after 2. You got 2 in a row. Congratulations. We'll figure out what comes after 2, and it will be 3 tomorrow if you win, okay?
All right. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you so much. Now, just remember that you're playing again tomorrow. So, Stanley.
I will.
Stanley, free pizza, $50 gift card to Papa Romano's is yours. Congratulations.
Yum.
Hang on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
It's Mojo in the mornings, 5 at 6:55.
WKQI Detroit. WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids. WVKS Toledo. 3 great stations. 1 stupid show. This is Mojo in the Morning. Live.
Good morning. It's Mojo in the Morning, home of War of the Roses, second date update, the Dirty on the 30. Happy Father's Day again to Kev.
Yeah, appreciate it. Back to you, boy.
Talk to me real quick about you and Josiah. Did you get to spend the whole weekend with him? Is that how it works with that?
Yes. I mean, so now we, since he's out of school, we do 1 week on, 1 week off parenting. So
Okay.
I don't have to like wake up and take him to school in the morning. So I had him Friday. Well, I didn't have him Friday because I was outside Friday. I needed a day. So I got him Saturday morning and took him to swim class. And Josiah loves animation. He loves character design. He loves drawing. He loves voiceover work. And Josiah has truly found himself, his passion, and through the internet and making the world a little smaller, a community of people who share similar interests as him. And he's truly found like his identity in one of his favorite shows, which is called like The Adventures of Gumball. And there's a character named Darwin, and Josiah has been doing voiceovers for this character through this thing called Discord, which is a platform where literally people are reanimating the show.
Is that what you showed us the other day? in the studio?
So,
Okay.
yes.
He's crazy good.
He does voiceovers
For real.
and he like to pop his spit a little bit, be like, I'm the coldest Darwin in the world. Like that's how he's like, people reach out to him. He got offered some money for one. Like this is his thing. So long story short, Josiah is so passionate about this, but he's also scared because like in the industry when you're a child, your voice changes. And the real life, quote unquote, Darwin, they've cycled through 3 or 4 of them because I need my character to sound a certain way. And if I hire you at 10, you turn 14, the voice crack, you start to sound more adult. Josiah sends me a text message, long as hell. I open it up. It's like a book, like a devotional. I'm reading it. He asks me.
Hold on a second. Hold on. You got it. Okay.
He asked me, just to go back, can he take puberty blocking medication?
How does he know about that?
He's smart as hell. Probably Googled it.
So,
Whoa, so his voice can stay young sounding for this to voice characters.
Exactly.
wow.
Blew my mind, bro. Now, obviously, in my mind, I'm like, hell no.
Yeah.
The whole text message looked like it was through ChatGPT because the wording he was using, he was like, he said, I would appreciate it if we could sit down together with the doctor so you can learn more about it. I'm not having, this isn't any identity situation. I just want to make sure that my voice doesn't change. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, it ain't no effing way we gonna do this at all. I ain't tell him that though. But that's
So you haven't answered him whether he's going to do this?
No, I ain't even talked to him about that.
Is this the stuff that like Michael Jackson was doing?
I don't know.
Because
Michael had a deep voice on the low.
No. Michael had
No, he did not.
No, he did not.
No, he used to fake that voice. His voice was deep in real life.
He would talk like this,
and that was fake.
That was not fake.
That's what they say. It's
Michael
interview
Jackson
alone.
did not.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like I played an interview clip of his quote unquote real voice, and
Yes.
it's normal. It's what you would
Yes.
expect.
But I think he took. Google this. I think
Googles. Let's see.
celebrities who
So,
took puberty blockers.
Because usually kids only take puberty blockers, I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, if they're really, really young and starting to go through puberty too young, right? That's the purpose?
I have no idea. My level of
Okay.
knowledge in this is very slim to none.
I wish my parents would have given me puberty blockers because I had hair under my arms when I was in the second grade.
They're for people like Mojo.
Did we post
They're
that?
for people like Big Tommy over here.
Yeah.
Did we post that basketball picture
First
of you?
grade, 7 feet
Yeah,
tall.
I wish my parents. I wish my parents totally would do it. I had girls that looked at me like I was their dad's friend.
I'm telling you,
Honestly, I didn't understand how much bigger you were than all the other kids in your class until you sent that basketball
it was
picture
awful.
last
You were
week.
a
I about
teacher.
died.
I was seriously. Can I tell you the funniest story? And I'm going to get back to the Josiah thing.
Yeah.
When I played basketball when I was a kid, my coach was Coach McIntyre, and we would walk into gyms. And people would go, there's no way that kid's one of the kids on the team. Like, they all thought I failed and all this stuff. Like, and you had to give your birth certificate and stuff. And Coach McIntyre goes, man, that kid's so big. What did he do? Drive to the game? And Coach McIntyre looked at the guy and goes, no, his wife drove him.
But there are those
I will
kids that
never
you
forget
look
that.
at and you're like, that's not a
Yeah,
sophomore.
like,
That's a 30-year-old man.
Now back to Josiah. So Josiah is, by the way, this is what the internet has gotten to. These kids know more than we know.
Oh, man.
The fact that he knows even about
Yeah.
any of the stuff he's doing right now, like, is pretty amazing. I mean, it's unreal, but he's do we have any audio of his voice?
You have one thing.
That one clip's so short. Like,
Do you think, while you're looking for it, do you think he learned about this idea of puberty blockers from other people on Discord
I think he probably Googled it himself.
Okay.
Like, for a while, Josiah has talked about, Dad, this is what I want to do. Like, he's trying to make his voice almost in a Michael Jackson like, where he'll talk kind of softer, like, in that character. And he's made the point of saying, like, I don't want my voice to change. I don't want to grow up. I want to stay 12
he's at that
forever.
age. Yeah, he's 12. So it's probably, doesn't it happen like 12, 13, 14?
That's so short. But, like, look at this. This isn't the actual show. Wow. This is like somebody in his Discord server.
That's Josiah.
So good.
But it's but
I'm gonna
I don't know, man. It's tough to be in a position to where, like, I know this is what Josiah wants to do for the rest of his life. And again, the biggest thing is, like, he's found a community that supports him. He's found what he wants to do, and he almost feels like he has the potential to lose it all if his voice changes.
844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548, telephone number. I'd love to know your thoughts on this, but also I'd love to know, like, what's the craziest ask that your kid asked for? Like, where they asked for something where you're like, holy crap, I can't believe they're asking for this. Like, they've gone from being a child to now an adult. What does Josiah's mom think of this?
I ain't even asked her, for real.
Oh, you
That's a
haven't
good
talked
thing.
about it yet?
Bro, when I read the text message, I kind of, like, brushed it off, but I didn't want to, like, just poo-poo on him through the text message. Like, I wanted to sit down and talk, but I forgot to call her.
Do you think that she would be willing to allow
Hell
that?
no, she better not.
But
We're not doing that, bro. What's meant for you is for you. And if your voice is changing, it's only because God has something for you later on in life. And you need to trust the process. You can't hold on to certain things in life forever. Everything in life is temporary. So is our voice. You'll be okay.
I also think, like, I think about a lot of the voice actors who, like, I've watched interviews with for really popular shows, The Simpsons or, whatever, Nicktoons, Rugrats, where it's adult voicing kid characters, and they are so talented that they can change their voice to sound like that. So that might be part of the discussion too, is that's part of the talent, is learning how to do that, of how to make your voice sound like that all the time.
That's good.
Jason texted and said that, and I don't know if you found this online, Michael Jackson's old doctor, Conrad Murray, said that Joe Jackson had Michael chemically castrated. That's what he did to get his voice that way. Remember that guy's name, that Conrad Murray?
It was in the Dirty Forever.
He gave him
and
the
ever and ever.
propofol or whatever.
Yes.
That's the one that killed him?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was there. The guy's died.
Allegedly.
He's still serving time, I think.
He's chemically castrated?
Yeah.
It's insane.
I look at this and I first off, I think to myself that there is no more difficult job than being a parent, because being a parent, ooh, my stomach just growled.
That was you?
That was my stomach.
Listen. I had some beans last night. I'm telling y'all, if I say the word lightning, just know I'm about to fart or it's already happened.
It's horrible. So there is no worse time than I remember, like, driving in the car with Luke, and Luke asking me questions about, oh, geez, there it goes again. Hold on.
You got to do it.
Ooh.
Oh my God, I'm gonna barf.
Excuse me.
We about to have a day.
But I remember him asking me a question about babies and the birth of babies and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, who is the teacher that brought this up, or which kid? It had to be Evan Hoke, because I'm telling you, it had to be Evan Hoke did something, and Evan Hoke is the reason why you're asking me this question. And I'm like, call his dad Steve and ask Steve what he thinks about this.
I had one of the, you on the phone with somebody?
I got Stephanie if you'd like
what's
to
up,
talk to her.
Stephanie? Ooh.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's going on?
So I was just kind of thinking about what you guys are talking about. So when young children have identity crisis or a sex crisis and they want a sex change, they have to go through so much therapy before their doctors will even allow them to start chemical therapy to, begin that process. And I think that if somebody wants to do something that's going to stunt them in some way, shape, or form forever, then they should have to go through the same process to make sure they're not going to regret it eventually.
Yeah.
But at least his intentions for doing it are awesome.
Yeah.
Kudos to him for, wanting to do something that's going to better his life and give him a good life in something that he's passionate about.
What do you think when that text that you read from him, that is he smart enough to go to ChatGPT and have ChatGPT write stuff like that?
I feel like he had to pull it from somewhere. Bro, if I read you the text message, you would be like,
yeah,
an adult said this.
What's going on? Hi, Corey.
Mojo. Yeah, Kev, man, his voice does start to crack. You just got to teach him the goofy. You already got the motion with that.
That's facts, bro. That's facts.
So is his thing now that he wants to be an animator and voice actor,
Yeah,
or just an animator?
He want to do it all. He want to do it all.
Man,
this is a portion of it. He said, "I'm asking if we can talk to a doctor about using puberty blockers long term until I'm around 20, so I can keep my voice the way it is for voice acting and performing. This isn't about our identity or anything like that. It's about giving me time to keep developing my skills and voice career while I'm still young. I know you might have concerns, but puberty blockers are used safely and for many kids and teens under professional medical care. They're reversible and monitored by doctors." And then that's like a portion of this long ass text message, bro.
Jeez.
All I said at the end of it was, "I love you." He was like, "Did you even read the message?" And I'm like, "I did. I read all of it. We'll talk about it."
And he hasn't brought it up since you got him
so
on
I'm
Saturday.
hoping he just brushed it off. But if not, then we'll have a sit down type of vibe.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm glad it's not me having to make decisions and do all this stuff. But I think the first thing I would do is I'd call his mother.
His mom. You right.
Yeah.
You right.
And because you guys both got to be in agreement together before you all of a sudden go in and just start doing the hardcore no. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's gonna be a no. I don't care what she say.
Well, I mean,
flat out.
And
we'll have I'll be nice, obviously. And
have you guys
have a conversation?
Have you and her ever had a complete disagreement on how to do something?
Probably. I can't think of it like to give you a great example right now, but we've also had the conversation to where she trusts me.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm extremely passionate about something, then I'm not going to let it go. And then she'll side with me in that way. But if it's something that I'm really not really tripping about, then if she's passionate about it, then I'll go her way. So we kind of like have that.
So you guys are good about compromising through that thing. Okay. Because you're not, you sound like you're being a dictator on this.
In this situation, you're not taking puberty blockers.
Well, I understand that. But I'm saying in the past, though, have you ever had to like do that? Have you ever had to like put your foot down?
Yeah, I think sometimes I think I'm smarter than her. And my ego probably done drove that in certain instances, for sure. I ain't gonna lie.
Wow. Well, good luck on this one.
For sure. I appreciate you.
I'm always a believer that Josiah's he already has his career path planned. This kid's he's gonna run the world, but I don't necessarily know if he needs to be taking any kind of puberty blockers in order to do it. Yeah. Lauren, what's your advice for Kev?
Hi, so my name's Lauren. First time, long time.
Hey, Lauren on the phone.
Hi, so I work in healthcare, so I see like the voice blockers and things like that all the time. But just listening in, it made me think, why not instead of going to a doctor, you can try and see if you can get him to see a voice coach.
Mm-hmm. That's what. So,
yes, exactly.
So summer, I signed him up for something like some summer program. It's crazy. It's 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. He's supposed to have a ton of fun. But I want to find a voice acting summer camp. So hopefully I can,
that would
time and do
that would actually
summer.
be interesting if we can find somebody that does even animation voicing and just and have them give advice.
Josiah would be so attentive.
Lauren, you actually see this in the healthcare? You see kids coming in for puberty blockers?
Yeah, we actually we still see like younger people doing all of the reconstructions and things like that at the hospital that I work at. It's kind of crazy, but that's why I'm like.
Is it because of because they're trying to change their sex or their gender, or what are they doing?
Yes, and facial reconstruction.
And facial ones.
Wow. What's the youngest like facial reconstruction person you've dealt with?
I think
sentence.
probably 18 because that's the legal age
Age
now.
that you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, these poor kids, what they go through, it's kind of crazy. But then, at least if you're acknowledging what he's saying, but you're also just like redirecting it to like a safer option.
Yeah. Wow.
And I'm being real with y'all. I wouldn't give it to him like this. Hopefully. But I would be a little bit more softer, a bit more communicative.
Yeah, you're not going to be like his.
Y'all, we adults, we can have this conversation.
All right, Mojo in the Morning Show.
What you want. Shannon's Dirty coming up in less than 30. Give it to me. Mojo in the morning.
All right, it is Mojo in the morning. Mojo and Shannon and Kev, and then we've got Lydia, Bianca, Zach all here. Shannon, the retaliation tactic.
I want to ask you something. Is there something that you do if you are really mad at Chelsea, if you guys get into an argument, just to get under her skin even more than you already have?
Yeah,
Think
but I
about
can't
it for a
say it on the
second.
radio because it was going to
Think
cause. I don't want, if I'm going to get into an argument with Chelsea later today, I don't want it to be off of your topic and not mine.
That's real.
Well,
So be safe.
I just learned something about my husband because he just came right out and said it over the weekend. We got into a little argument about something, and his threat was he was going upstairs to watch an extra episode of the show that we are binging together at night, which right now is still John Hamm in Friends and Neighbors. And it's sacred to me because that's like the only quality time that we get together right now because we're both so busy is we're binging this show together. So he's like, that's fine. I'm going right upstairs and I'm watching episode 6. And that is his retaliation tactic because he knows it will piss me off like no other.
Is he saying, when he says this to you, is he saying to you, come on upstairs, we're going to watch it together?
No, he is saying it because he is mad. And so that is his quote unquote revenge is he's going to get ahead.
So what do you do then? Do you go up and watch it with him or does he go up there and do it himself?
Well, in this case, it was a situation where I couldn't. I was going to do something else. I was leaving to do something else. And so I couldn't. And so I knew that he was going to sit there and watch it and be ahead.
Yeah.
And then it throws us off, right? Where we are in the binge watching process.
But then if you guys binge watch together, he'll rewatch the show with you?
Oh, no. Heck no, he won't.
He won't do it. You won't have to watch it by yourself to catch up.
Yeah, I know it sounds so dumb, but when that's like the one thing that we are doing together right now, and that's his like knife and twist, right?
When it's happened before, because it's happened before, you said.
Well, this is new that he said. This is his thing.
Gotcha. Because I'm wondering if he spoils it.
Yeah,
because that's another level, bro.
Wait,
like if he starts talking about the episode before you see it, that'll really piss me off.
Well, so yesterday he started talking about the episode that he had watched the previous night, and I was like, stop, right. Because that's exactly it.
What was he upset about? If you don't mind me asking, like, what was he upset about where were you going? It
wasn't where I was going. It was about something else that we were arguing about.
It wasn't
I had something else that I needed to go do.
Okay.
So he was going to be by himself.
Because sometimes it's like, there are times where Chelsea will say, hey, I'm going to dinner tonight with Jessica. And I'll be like, oh, I'm like, I wanted us to like get together and sit down and watch.
Yeah.
And in this case, Wes, I don't ever get as evil as that. I don't tell her that I watched ahead. Like
you just watch it and then pretend you did it.
See, but some of these shows, like on Apple, for example, because that's where you watching Friends and Neighbors, it'll show the white line all the way at the end.
No, I always said reset to the beginning and afterwards. You got to be smart at that. You got to figure that out.
Mine's always screwed up anyway. But
well, if you fall asleep too, you fall asleep and they just keep rolling them. So 844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548. If you're pissed off at your spouse, and I really want participation on this one because this is going to be one of those ones we're going to need participation on this. If you're pissed off at your spouse, your significant other, and you want to stick the dagger in them, what evil thing do you do or say? Because sometimes it's not doing, it's saying that you go and do. You know what I mean?
Man, my biggest thing used to be silence. Like, it wasn't what I was saying, it's what I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
And I would shut down. Because in my mind, I was like, if I do open my mouth, I'm going to say something that's going to hurt, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, just let me shut down. And for my partner, that didn't work for them at all because they grew up in such a way where silence and not knowing what was coming next really affected them. So for me to not say anything was like the worst thing in the world that I could possibly do.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I was thinking about this because there's been times where I've wanted to just delete stuff off of our Xfinity DVR that I know Chelsea watches. You know what I mean? Like where I do it just to piss her off.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, then it will cost me because then we'll have to figure out how to get it or buy it or whatever the deal is. And then there are times where, and I've never done any of these, but I'm telling you like what I would do. Chelsea has this like heat mat thing that she lays on all the time. And I get pissed off all the time that she lays on it and doesn't like lay in bed next to me. There have been times where I wanted to hide the plug, but I don't do any of this stuff. I gotta be honest with you.
You have a whole list of
I'm
ideas.
interested.
Premeditated over there.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, there have been times where it's like I've already pre-planned the murders. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
Like figured all
Allegedly.
those things. Exactly. And I would have been a lot cleaner than OJ was. I wouldn't screw that one up. Right? What's up, Donna? Hi, how you doing?
Hello. No, I agree with Kevin. Silence is golden.
Silence is golden. So you just give him the silent treatment and it drives him crazy.
Absolutely.
And what's the last thing that you had to give the silent treatment for? What did he do that pissed you off so that you had to give the silent treatment?
To be honest, I don't even remember at this point.
So many
It
of them.
hasn't
Huh?
been too up and
Yeah. Do you guys binge watch together?
Yes, Young and the Restless.
Oh my
The
God.
Young and the Restless.
Of all things. I didn't even know that.
Oldie.
Is that thing still on?
It is.
Wow.
is?
That's crazy. I didn't even know.
I thought all those soaps went away.
I thought so too. What's up, Jake?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's your retaliation tactic?
Well, see, I don't have I guess, necessarily a significant other. She is my girlfriend, but she gets very overwhelmed. So, and sometimes it's very nonchalant, but I do sing a lot. And when I sing, she gets very overwhelmed by that. and I try and stop it, but it's just hard, you know, it's just some fun that I like to do sometimes.
Sir, by the way, if she is your girlfriend, you have a significant other.
I guess, but like I think that's more of an official title, is it not?
No, it's not. No, wife is more of a title than it's. I'm talking about. Are you dating?
I guess I'm thinking maybe of spouse. It is still a little weird.
No,
I want to hear you sing.
Yeah, what do you sing? Let me hear you sing.
Well, I like to sing a little bit of everything, but
all right, come on.
Let's go with this here. Let's go here. Fly me to the moon. Let me stay above the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
I don't hate it. I don't know why she would be mad.
I would just sing with you. Piss you off even more.
Yeah, that's good. Mike, what's going on? Hi.
Hey, first time, long time.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
So the deal is at our house when the trash is full, I take it out. But when my wife gets on my nerves and I know it'll really piss her off, I just don't put a new bag in it.
You do that on purpose? That's bad. On purpose.
He doesn't know that, but yeah.
Yeah, hopefully she doesn't listen to us. She now knows. Kelsey, hi. What's your retaliation tactic when you're pissed off at your boo?
Hey, my retaliation tactic is I tell him he's acting like his mother and he needs a mood readjustment. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And the worst part is that he doesn't talk to his mom anymore. He cut her off a while ago because of her
you are
issues.
evil.
So
she a demon.
I am evil, but it's only when it's real bad. But he corrects it. That's like how he knows, like, oh, it's bad and I need to rethink myself.
That's crazy.
Wow. Allie, what's going on? Or I'm sorry, Ali, what's going on? Hi.
The first time, long time.
Hey,
Ali on the phone.
What's up,
Hey,
bud?
everybody.
How are you?
Well, man, I make animal sounds, man. It depends on whatever animal it is at the moment, but that's what I just blurt out animal noises.
Does she like want to smack you for doing stuff like that?
Man, she wants to pull my eyes out my head, man.
So are y'all in the middle of an argument and then you just start making noises, or like when do you do it?
Well, I pause when she's talking, and then she's waiting for my response. I'll make a random noise
Like
out
what?
of nowhere.
You
and
know
then
we're
she-
going to make you do one.
Yeah, exactly. We
Wait,
got that guy
no,
singing "Fly Me to the Moon."
Shannon, bitch at him. Like act
I
like
can't even do one right now because I can't. I got to be looking at her in order to do it.
Oh my God! Wait, please tell me you don't ever do a cow noise when you're looking at her.
No cows. More like cats, monkeys, screeches, random stuff.
Oh my God! Could you imagine being married to this guy? Ali, watch out!
Oh my God!
All right, take care of yourself, Ali.
God bless y'all.
We appreciate it. What episode are you on in Friends and Neighbors?
I think 5.
Okay.
Wes is
That's
on
where-
7.
Coming up on
Mojo in the morning.
You'll hear this.
Listen very, very carefully.
All right, when we come back here in just moments, Shannon with breaking dirty news.
Yeah, if you missed the story over the weekend of the murders of those Democratic state representatives, an arrest has been made. I'll catch you up on that. And Justin Bieber going off on Father's Day. That story, too, coming up in the dirty.
And never, ever, ever date a guy or marry a guy with a belly. I'll tell you why coming up in moments. Don't go anywhere.
Is Mojo's Summer of Cars, Cash, and Gas. Driven by Gordon Chevrolet in Garden City. Get in a few minutes on Mojo in the Morning.
Channel 955. It's Mojo in the morning's Motor City traffic.
726-61 outside. We're going to see clouds mixed with sunshine and a high temp today of 81 degrees out on the streets. That double left lane closure slowing things down just a little bit eastbound 696 from Orchard Lake to Franklin Road. It is slow 94 eastbound between Linwood and John R. And a heads up in Farmington Hills. Orchard Lake now closed both directions between 12 and 13 Mile through June 23rd for some sewer work. That's your Channel 955 traffic on the Morning.
Channel 955.
An iHeartRadio station.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
There is a new mattress store in town. It's called Snooze Mattress. It's right there on Big Beaver in Troy. This place is really nice, and their sleep experts are so great. Not pushy at all. Really informative. I got Dream Mapped, which is a technology that they offer to pair you with the best mattress and pillow for you to get the best sleep of your life. They've got all of the big brands like Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, Slumberland. You got to check them out. Snooze Mattress in Troy. Wake up to better sleep. And remember, if you don't snooze, you lose.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there.
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Featuring
Tate McRae. Ed Sheeran. Lil Wayne. Jelly Roll. I'm not okay. Maroon 5. Mariah Carey. Glorilla. And more. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Never seen before collaborations. And once in a lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Music brings us together. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Go to AXS.com to get your tickets today. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Presented by Capital One.
This hour is sponsored by Sam Bernstein Law.
Injured? Call 1-800-CALL-SAM and get Michigan's first family of law. Call Sam.
Hey, it's me, Steve Gabara at Zott Ford, and believe it or not, we're in the final days of employee pricing for everyone. So come take advantage and lease a new 25 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT below $300 a month. Or if adventure is more your thing, Zott Ford is leasing new 25 Ford Bronco 4-door Big Benz below $400 a month. There's no time to dilly-dally because employee pricing for everyone is almost gone. So come take advantage today. See details and our staggering inventory at dealsinthed.com.
Do you have back or neck pain? Trinity Health uses the latest methods and technology to help. Leave pain behind and connect with trinityhealthmi.org/spine. Trinity Health. We see all of you.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
What's up, Detroit? Kev here, letting you know about Total Wireless, the wireless provider that's always in your corner. You see, Total Wireless has unlimited phone plans starting at $25 a month per line when you get 4 lines. But the best part, Total Wireless runs on the #1 network in Detroit, so you get unlimited data that never slows you down. What are you waiting for? Stop by your nearest store today. In times of traffic, your data may be temporarily slower. Additional terms apply. Rankings based on Root Metrics, Detroit Root Score Report, first half 2025.
Listen to Channel 955 anytime. Free on the iHeart app.
Presented by Top Dog Law. Top Dog gets you top dollar. Go to topdoglaw.com. That's topdoglaw.com.
Summer is here, and BetMGM Casino is bringing you the hottest online casino experience. Heat things up with a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 on the house using bonus code WKQIFM at sign up. Play your favorite games like blackjack and roulette with a live dealer, or check out our exclusive slots like MGM Grand Millions and the Wizard of Oz. The thrills of BetMGM Casino are always available right from the palm of your hand. Download the BetMGM Casino app today and get a piece of the action. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly and offer resources to help you make appropriate choices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER for confidential help. Must be 21 plus, Michigan only. Please gamble responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable site credit bonus bets unless otherwise provided in the applicable terms. Rewards subject to expiry.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Ever sign up for a phone plan thinking, wow, great price, and then a few months later, it's like, surprise, your bills doubled? With Boost Mobile, you pay $25 a month forever. That's unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25 a month. No price hikes, no contracts. Plus, with Boost, you're on America's newest 5G network. Head to your local Boost store today and get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Bank of America is the nation's leading business lender, and we're ready to help with your next goal here in Detroit. That's why we have over 3,700 local business specialists across the country. Because with the right team, your business and community prosper. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA Club World Cup 2025. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Injured? Call 1-800-CALL-SAM and get Michigan's first family of law. Call Sam.
More Mojo in seconds.
Hey, your engagement ring headquarters is Lucido Fine Jewelry with so much great stuff for you to look at. Go check them out. They're in Birmingham, Sterling Heights, Rochester Hills, or you can shop online at lucidojewelry.com.
This report is sponsored by Flint Bishop Airport.
Partly sunny today and a high of 83 tomorrow. Some rain in the forecast and temps up near 90.
Book your next adventure from Flint Bishop on Allegiant. Now offering nonstop flights to Destin, Newark, and Portland. Plus favorites like Vegas, Nashville, and other Florida hotspots. Ultra low fares make getting away easier. Plan your trip from Flint Bishop at Allegiant.com.
This hour of Mojo in the Morning is powered by David Femininio. Get David, get paid.
Live from the Planet Fitness Studios with over 50 Metro Detroit locations and just $15 a month.
This hour on Channel 955, powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto accident attorneys. Visit autolaw.com.
That's autolaw.com.
Maybe he didn't call his wife to check in while on your date, but something isn't right. Second date update is after 8 this morning on Mojo in the Morning.
All right. Time now for you to walk away a wiener.
What?
A wiener. We're going to give you a chance to win a brand new car. It is a 2025 loaded Chevy Trax or $20,000 cash. 95th caller, 844-665-6548. That is 844 Mojo Live. 95th caller, you're going to win a $50 gas card to fuel up at Kroger stores. And then, which, by the way, is brought to you by Green Flame Tequila. Fuel your flame this summer. And then qualify for that car from Gordon Chevrolet.
Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
All right, Shannon with what's trending in the Dirty on the 30.
Well, the gunman accused of shooting those two Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota has been taken into custody. If you missed this story over the weekend, Democratic State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband were shot and killed in their home.
Overnight, authorities capturing Vance Bolter, the man accused of shooting two Minnesota lawmakers and their spouses, killing two and wounding two others.
Law enforcement involved in a complex and dangerous manhunt. Spent Father's Day away from their families to deliver justice for Melissa and Mark Hortman and their children who spent this Father's Day alone.
Authorities arresting the 57-year-old near his farm in the city of Green Isle, finding Bolter with the help of drones and helicopters, saying he was armed but was taken into custody without incident.
The suspect crawled to law enforcement teams and was placed under arrest at that point in time.
Court records show a child of two of the victims, State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette, called police to report a shooting at their home around 2 a.m. Saturday. Police were then proactively dispatched to the home of former Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman. That's where they encountered the masked suspect fleeing the scene after fatally shooting Hortman and her husband. The suspect forced to abandon this SUV resembling a patrol car.
If that had not happened, I have every confidence that this would have continued throughout the day.
So far, no motive has been released. His friend and roommate says Bolter recently faced financial struggles while trying to realize his dream of owning a private security company, and texted him Saturday that he had made some choices and might be dead soon.
Just I'd say crazy right-winger gone nuts, and you know, that was all he is, you know. It just bothers me that's his legacy. But I knew him all my life. He wasn't that guy, you know.
Bolter spent time as a preacher, his roommate saying he became less cheerful after a missionary trip to Africa in 2023. Police now reviewing the list of potential targets they say the suspect left behind, including the names of many Democratic lawmakers and abortion rights advocates, along with addresses. Police also say they found at least 3 AK-47 rifles, along with a ballistic vest, a mask, and a police-style badge.
Just a wild story. Again, this man, the dad of 5 children.
They showed the Ring camera or whatever it was, out in front of the home of where he shot and killed the speaker in Minnesota. And he was wearing like this creepy looking mask, it looked like, but he looked like a police officer. Politics needs to turn down the rhetoric. When you have representatives, political representatives that are being shot at their homes, when you have, presidents that are being shot at rallies or shot out and about. In my lifetime, I never, never witnessed, I think maybe one assassination attempt ever took place. It was on Ronald Reagan in my lifetime. You in your lifetime have never witnessed that until the last one, right, with the Trump situation. Like, we're seeing people that are shooting at these political people or going and killing them, and it's because everybody hates each other so much. And the craziness is it's got to stop. And it's got to stop now because we're going to get more and more situations where you can't protect all these people. Like, you can't protect state representatives. There's not enough law enforcement in the world to be out in front of every home of any person that's representing you. Yeah. This is insanity that this is going on.
It's scary.
And somebody's got to.
Scary.
They need to have people on both sides just go, all right, enough is enough. Like, it's just crazy. It feels like, do you remember politics ever being this hateful the way that it is? And it has been the last 15 years, 10, 15 years?
Not to this extent.
Not in real life.
Not to this extent.
It's craziness.
Yesterday, for Father's Day, Justin Bieber marked his very first one as a dad by posting a black and white selfie on Instagram, referring to himself as a dad that is not to be effed with. Complete with the middle finger emoji. That post followed a heated 11-minute confrontation with paparazzi outside of Soho House in Malibu, where he was demanding privacy.
You think this is a game?
No, we're working, man. It's
exactly. At the expense of another human.
He was
and now you're laughing because you know
to
it's
stop.
true. You don't go to someone you don't know and you stick a camera in their face. You don't do that. You don't do that.
When you're a celebrity. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I'm a celebrity or not. It doesn't matter if I'm a public figure. I'm a father, I'm a dad.
I understand that.
And you guys are on private property in front of my car.
I understand.
No, you don't understand, or else you wouldn't be here.
Soho House, by the way, big, like, popular celebrity hangout, in case you were wondering. Over the weekend, he was also slamming a now, I think, former friend, blaming past trauma for the blow up. He was posting screenshots of what looked to me like a very heated text exchange with, I don't know who this person was, but the person called him out for, quote unquote, lashing out. Justin defending himself, saying, quote, "My anger is a response to pain I have been through. Asking a traumatized person not to be traumatized is simply me." And he said he ended the friendship, and he said good friends who will respect his boundaries are the ones he wants to keep. And he urged people, including fans, to stop asking if he is okay. And a feel-good story to end the dirty. Taylor Swift surprised some real young Swifties by showing up to hang out with them at the Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital in Hollywood, Florida over the weekend. She was signing copies of her Eras tour book. She was taking selfies. She was painting nails.
I'm Taylor. Nice to meet you. Hi. Do you want to sit down? Oh, of course. Thank you so much. Zoe? It's so nice to meet you. Is it okay if I sit? Yeah. Amazing. How are you doing? Good, and you? I'm good. Look at the nails that you have on right now. Are you kidding me? That is beautiful. Is this like a cat eye?
Love to see that.
Wow.
That was really sweet. Yeah. For all of today's Dirty, you can catch up on everything you missed by listening to the podcast. Just search Mojo in the Morning in the free iHeartRadio app.
Celebrity Dirt. Directly from the source. It's Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
All right. This hour's winner is Jody. Jody, congratulations to you. You are a winner. Congrats.
Thank you.
Jody, it is our Summer of Cars, Cash, and Gas. A 2025 loaded Chevy Trax or $20,000 cash. You'll get to choose that when you win it. And we have free gas for you, a $50 gas card that you could fuel up with at a Kroger location. Brought to you by Green Flame Tequila for being the 95th caller.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Where are you?
I'm on my way to work. I'm from Livonia, going to help some cats and dogs today in the clinic.
Oh, really? So a veterinary clinic over there in Livonia?
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
Yep. It's called, it's in Westland. It's called Griffith Veterinary Hospital.
All right. There
Yeah.
you go. Thanks for doing what you do. Thanks for taking care
Thanks, guys.
of our pooches and kittens. Hey, cool cats and kittens.
God.
All right.
Pooches.
Yeah. Mojo in the Morning. I do have to bring something up before we get on with any other part of the show. I have to have a show meeting talk with two members of the show today that I just so happened to park next to and walk in the morning with at 5:23 exactly. My car, Lydia's car, and Bianca's car all pulled up into the parking lot. And we parked our cars, and the parking lot is literally a stone's throw. I can see my car right out this window over here. And you walk across a street. What is that? A street there. Is that Orleans or whatever? I don't know. One of those streets. And I walk across the street with them, and we come to the radio station. Both of these guys don't understand that you can't just walk in front of cars. So there's a Toyota, I don't know, RAV4 or something, driving down the street. And Lydia and Bianca just walk in front of them. Now, I think I've told you guys this. I said last week, Bianca did this.
Yes.
All right. This time, though, Lydia was almost in the lead. So it was Lydia's choice, where she's just going to walk in front of a car. And the person wasn't going to stop. And I scream, hey, stop, you guys. And I'm not going to yell at the person driving. They start yelling at the person driving, thinking that the person should stop. It's nighttime, okay? It's like the sun isn't coming up yet. And these guys just walk right out in front of traffic. And I would like to know, is there a thing that I'm not learning here that cars will hit you if you walk right out in front of them? Like, what's the story here?
Well, I feel like the girls are assuming they have the right of the way because they're pedestrians.
We do. Thank you, Shannon.
Oh, I know we don't have
We
the right
do.
of way.
But
You're not in a crosswalk.
Right, you're not in a crosswalk. And I feel like the people who drive through Eastern Market, like around the station in the morning, are not paying attention, and they're going about 60 miles per hour half the time.
Well, listen, I'm a bad driver. Everybody knows that. And if I saw someone walking across the street, I will still stop for them.
It was nighttime. This person, first off, can you tell everybody what you're wearing today?
Wait, why does that matter?
What color are you wearing today? What color
I'm
do you have?
wearing black.
Black.
Well, I'm wearing white, but in Mojo's defense, I know it's wrong. I probably
Dude,
should.
it does not matter. We're in Eastern Market.
Did the guy honk or yell at you?
It was a woman.
It does matter.
She was
If you get hit by
She
a
was an
car.
Uber driver. No, she looked shocked. I think she thought she was getting carjacked or something. That these people were like walking out in the middle of the traffic. And I was trying to explain to these girls, we're in Detroit. These people are driving on the streets like they're mad. Nobody stops at red lights in this city. It's insanity.
Chill on Detroit.
Yeah, Mojo took the heat for that one. Thanks, man.
It's not her fault. It's y'all fault, and I think y'all know that.
What's it? What do you mean?
Well, I know
They
that.
shouldn't have been
Bianca
walking across the
does.
street.
okay.
Y'all just got to
I
chill in
honestly
the
think
morning.
it's fine. And you know what? I'm going to do it again tomorrow. So, Mojo, if you're mad, don't park.
You know
I will
what?
say there's
And when
no
you
such
get-
thing as a stop sign around here.
Yeah.
They do not care.
When you get hit by that car, I'm not coming to visit you at DMC, the closest hospital to us. I'm not going to actually do it. I refuse to. I don't care if you're in intensive care on beep, beep, beep machine. I'm not coming to see you. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, all right, who's up next? Who we hiring 2 people for the show? What's going on?
Oh, shoot.
I'm telling I told you numerous. This is the second time. Call her dad. I want to find out from her dad.
Do you guys
what he
ever know
thinks of
anybody?
this.
Do you know somebody who got hit by a car?
My dad got hit when he
my
was
friend
younger.
Katie's son got hit in our neighborhood on his
Yeah.
bike. Like, people don't care. They're not paying attention.
And that's a little
Yes.
kid. And people are like
10 years old.
I've hit someone before.
Oh, of course you have.
On their bike, riding their bike.
What are you trying to do?
And
Get
she
back?
and this bitch giggling.
What?
Say you and this bitch giggling.
Oh, yeah, I was. But I offered him a first aid kit, and I was like, hey, man.
What you think that's going to do?
A
Some damn
Band-Aid.
Neosporin and some.
I offered them a first aid kit. That's nice. Hey, here you go. I'll give you some Neosporin. Jesus. What's up, Heather?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Heather. Will you talk some sense into these women?
So I can't because I understand they're just trying to get a bag.
What do you mean?
Oh, you got to be able to be alive to spend it.
Is this their way of trying to hire and call Sam or something? Or David Femininio?
Yeah, I mean,
Figer
when I
Law?
went to school-
Who else advertises on the
when I
show?
went to
Top Dog
school at
Law?
Oakland,
Yeah?
I used to maybe not look both ways every once in a while when I was crossing the road in hopes that maybe my tuition would be paid for.
Oh, my gosh.
You know what? You'd be doing tuition with a feeding tube in you.
Bro.
Depends on how fast they're going.
It's insane. It's not funny. I'm telling you. I'm getting freaked out by these guys. What's up, Tiffany? Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Tiffany.
I am on my way home from work, actually. I work in an ER
Oh, which one do you
in
work
Detroit
at? Which hospital?
at St. John.
Okay. You guys see gunshots and crazy crap there, don't you?
All the time.
Yeah. Do you ever see people get hit by cars because they just walk out in the middle of traffic?
Very frequently.
What is going on with
People are hit by cars all the time because the drivers don't pay attention And the pedestrians don't pay attention.
But in this case, this driver didn't need to pay attention. They were just driving down the street, and these guys just walked right out in front of the car.
Well, they still need to pay.
No, I stopped for a minute.
That's how people end up in the ICU.
Yeah.
Well,
or dead.
Yeah. Or
no,
dead.
Well, that's not happening. Praise the God, okay? I put my hand in front of the guy. I'm like, hey, stop. And he wasn't stopping.
In the middle of the street.
Do you know who God needs to be more focused on?
Me.
The mom that just got cancer that has little kids that didn't want cancer. You want to get hit by a car. You should not be doing that. Hold on, Dave, what's up? It's Mojo in the morning. Hi.
Hi, Mojo. First time, long time.
Thank you, buddy. Thanks, pal.
Talking about doing the crosswalks. I'm a driver, and going through the parking lots, who actually wins the argument if the person who has the right-of-way walking the car hits them?
Okay, so if the person has is this like a you call the law or something? What is this?
No, like any crosswalk, going through the parking lots, going through Walmart, whatever, they just walk right out because they have the right of way. But who actually wins the argument? The person laying on the ground or the driver?
Exactly.
Well, the person that drove because they just drive away.
Yeah, you still got hit. You're the one hurt. The driver is not hurt. So you may have the right of way, but you still got to look because the driver may not be paying attention.
Well, the other thing too is, and I will say this to you, is that you have to understand that it doesn't make a difference if you win the case. You're still hurt.
Right.
Who wants to sit there and you know?
That's what I mean. I didn't mean legally. I just
The
person laying on the ground or the vehicle, the guy driving is not hurt. The person laying on the ground.
No, and honestly, in the case of that person that was driving that car was shell shocked. Was like literally like the look. I'm telling you, if you would have saw this, I mean, I get one thing of you not paying attention, reading something on your phone or whatever, and you just walk out in traffic. And she did that a week ago. Now Bianca's doing it twice in a row, and she's bringing her friend along with.
I'm 3 for 3 right now. 3 crosswalks, Crossy Road, and I'm still here.
Bianca's dad, Al, is on the phone with us right now.
I love it. Hi,
He's
Al.
gonna drill me.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good morning.
I'm trying to look out for your daughter, but it's being.
Good morning, Mojo.
She's being a big dummy.
It's very difficult to look out for your daughter here, Al.
What happened?
She just walks in front of traffic. She doesn't look both ways.
Oh my God, Bianca, what's wrong with you? I'll tell you before. Always look right and left before you go anywhere. You gotta look right and left before you cross.
She goes no.
It's Detroit. There's no rules in the D, man. You just do what you gotta do.
Yes, it is Detroit. Anywhere you go, it's the same rules, baby. Anywhere you go.
They should spot Mojo out though before me. So as long as Mojo's with me, he'll be my bodyguard.
Yeah, exactly. They're hoping I walk soon so I can actually stop them. It's like setting a pick in basketball. You know, Al, we got to have a conversation after the show's over with. And I'm going to get George on, which, by the way, happy Father's Day, Al.
Indeed.
I'm gonna get
Thank you. Happy Father's
and
Day
happy,
to you, too, as well, buddy.
Happy Father's Day to George, Lydia's dad, because I'm going to talk to both of you Chaldean
please.
good-looking men and tell you that your daughters aren't behaving themselves.
Don't tell my dad. He'll stop paying for my phone and everything else that he still pays for.
Actually, I saw George's picture yesterday. Lydia had posted one. He's a good-looking man. He looks young.
My dad is a cutie. He's going to be 70.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dad.
How did a Chaldean man like that get that much hair? I don't think I know a Chaldean guy with that much hair. Is that his hair or is that turkey?
No, that is his hair, and he's never dyed it either. So he got the salt and pepper look.
That's amazing. A great head of hair. All right.
You look good with salt and pepper.
Yes. He looks like he's the Chaldean George Clooney. That's what he looks like. Hey, I'll talk to you after the show, Al.
I'll see you later, bud. Thank you.
All right. Take care of yourself. Hold on a second here. Is it Delana?
Elena. Hi, Mojo. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. What's up?
I'm an ER nurse at receiving, so if we get her in there, I'm calling you like, yeah, we got her.
Hey, you gotta give me that special treatment, though.
Delana, if you see her...
You can't be doing stuff like that. These people are crazy. They do not stop at no red lights, nothing in the city.
Delana, here's the deal. Don't call me. Call Tony Travato. That's the person you got to call. Call the big boss.
Bianca young, dumb, and full of some.
And full of plot. And you know what? I'll be fine.
Oh, my God.
I've gone crazy.
One and done on the dating, eh? Why no second date? Second date update happens at 8:20 on Mojo in the morning.
All right, it is Mojo in the morning. So we went out for my birthday, and it was actually a lot of fun. I loved Chelsea got a group of friends together, and it was a really good time. I drank a lot, which was funny because now when I walk downstairs, people count out the stairs for me.
As they should.
It was actually pretty funny. We were leaving, and at the end of the night, my friend Ryan is like counting the stairs out. There's 6 stairs. 1, 2, 3, because I, had my share of falling. But this was something that kind of came up, and I want to bring this up, and I want to ask you guys to tell me, what is the superficial prerequisite that you have for a significant other? And I'll explain with this story, and you'll get an idea, and then call us up and give me yours to add to this. So we're out with a group of couples, and at one point, the group of people walked in, other couples walked into the bar that we were in, and there were some wives and there were some husbands or boyfriends and girlfriends. I don't know what they were. And they walked in, and one of the wives said, and I don't think maybe she did understand what she was saying, but she said, I could never date a guy with a belly. That was her thing that she said.
Okay.
How's she look?
She looks great. She's beautiful. And her husband has no belly. Her husband has abs. Okay. So she's like, I could never date a guy with a belly. If my husband or boyfriend had a belly, I would, have him work out or whatever the deal was. That is what I heard. I was kind of drunk at the time. Mm-hmm. But I did hear this because I don't know if you guys know this. I'm a guy with the belly.
No.
What?
No way.
So as this is being said, I'm going, I'm going to stick my stomach in a little bit. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Pass the potato chips.
I don't want anything to eat ever.
Yeah, exactly. I think I just decided. So I'm sitting here listening to this, and the thing was, can't have a belly, cannot date a guy, never, I don't want to have, flab or abs or, flabby abs. I want to make sure that it has a belly. And I'm thinking to myself, I wonder how my wife's going to react to that. And my wife actually did the thing that made me feel really good. She goes, well, Tom's got a belly. And I go, oh, thank God. Now I hope she doesn't say anything. And so she's like, and I'm good with it, whatever the deal is. Mm-hmm. And I sat there and I thought to myself, I'm like going, oh, that's interesting. Would you, could you say that in your head? Well, this one was said out loud. Yeah. Would you say in your head, I could never date a guy with a belly? Like, everybody has a type. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think there are certain things that are types of people. Uh-huh. Like, is there somebody that has a prerequisite? I couldn't date a blonde, or I couldn't date a brunette or a redhead or whatever.
But the fact that, and I don't know who this person is, the fact that she didn't look around the table before she said what she said.
Well,
she knew he was.
I was the birthday boy. His birthday was being celebrated.
I know. I mean, I'm sure alcohol was involved in making that decision.
Like, I honestly, the only other thing that could have been said that would have been more me is I could never date a guy with a big nose. I'm like, oh crap, I'm over 2. Though. Oh, that's a pretty look at that.
No, I mean, it really ain't that.
I mean, we're being honest.
Before your surgery.
No. Compared to my belly, my nose ain't big.
Awful.
Yeah. 844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548. What is your superficial prerequisite for a significant other? Like, I could never date a blue. Well, you guys say, what do you guys say?
A guy who owned a cat.
A cat? Why?
Does it have to be physical appearance we're talking about?
No, it could be anything like that.
No, if a guy had a cat, immediate, I don't care how hot you are, big no.
Why is it though?
Because cats freak me out so bad.
Do you think guys with
cats,
I
think there's something about guys with cats.
Don't you think guys with cats are like sensitive guys? Because I always feel like they're sensitive.
Nope, I think they're weird.
No?
Really?
Yeah.
So, because I just watched.
With the cat tower and all.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
a cat tower would be weird.
Absolutely not.
If he had a cat in kitty litter in a corner, I'd be fine with it.
Nope.
Cat litter.
No, I'm saying, say he worked a lot and he wasn't able to be at home.
Don't care.
Properly care for another pet like a dog. He needs something that's kind of more.
You made the decision to get a cat. You are not for me.
Yeah,
that's tough. That's how I felt about ladies with short hair, and I've been like that my entire life.
How short are we talking?
Like them bald head ladies. Like I don't want to be able to throw you my brush or we sharing do rags. Like,
Wait a second, because
Okay.
I see
they bad, not though.
there's a hot sports anchor on ESPN.
She bald headed. Yeah,
She's
kinda,
bald.
Yeah, she kind of all right.
So
There are some women who can pull that off
And they
really well, and they are stunningly beautiful.
Nicole Murphy.
But if that, yes,
She
but if that's
cold.
your thing,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
starting to kind of grow out of it, but for a while it was a no go. I wouldn't even look.
you
at
like long hair.
Yeah, just something to grab. You know what I'm saying? You can't be. I ain't trying to rub. You know what I'm saying? Heads.
Yeah. God, I'm still thinking about this belly thing though. Honestly,
Did it hurt you? It stung.
Well, it stung a little bit. It's actually it stung a lot. The next day, honestly, I gave myself a double dose of Ozempic. I was like, I'm doing a double shot of that crap today. What's going on, Trish? How you doing?
Good morning, everybody.
Good
Morning, Trish.
What could you say that would be your superficial prerequisite for dating?
Teeth.
So
it's my kryptonite.
Have
If
everybody-
you smile and you're missing them.
Lydia, have everybody say, I cannot date and fill in the blank, because I think it would be funny for a promo. Trish, say it in a promo. I cannot date a guy.
Who does not have beautiful teeth.
Okay, they got to have good
Trish,
teeth.
is it like the random
I'm a
side
lesbian.
tooth?
To be honest,
That's a snaggle.
To be honest,
I- oh,
I'm a
so-
lesbian,
so a woman.
never dating a guy.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
But you cannot date a woman with bad teeth, with bad chiclets.
Lesbian.
No.
All right, I got it. By the way, I got good teeth, but I got a belly. What's going on, Kim? Hi.
Hi, how are you this morning?
Fantastic. I cannot date. Go ahead.
I cannot date a guy who has gray hair, wears glasses, or has children.
Oh my God, that's my
Whoa,
husband.
This sound like this sound personal.
Keep your hands off.
Wait.
100%.
Yeah, but
I
eventually.
married a man
Yeah.
who checked all those boxes where I said I could not have, and it is the best relationship I've ever been in.
But wait a second. What do you want? Kind of hair do you want him to have if he gets older?
I wasn't looking that far ahead, I guess.
Would you rather have a bald
I was just
guy?
looking- Well, that could be fun.
Okay. Bald guys
I
have
don't
big
know.
testosterone. What's going on? Unique is on the phone. What a name. Unique.
Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. Good. Fill in the blank for me. Give me your thing.
I cannot date a guy that's too short.
Oh.
What's too short for you? Nobody below what
Shorter than
height?
me.
Okay.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'5.5". So shorter than me, you're a midget.
Oh,
Well,
I don't think
say.
that's politically
You're supposed to
acceptable
say
anymore.
little people. You're
Yeah.
a little person.
You can't say midget?
I don't
I'm
think
sorry, you're a little person.
But here's but here's the thing. I get the idea if because you're it's going to be very rare you're going to find somebody that is that small. I'll be honest. So
But guys come up to me all the time that are shorter than me, and
Yeah.
I'm like, you make me feel gumpy.
yeah. Well, I get it. What's going on? How you doing, Melissa? Hi.
I can never date a guy that smokes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
I said that,
Yeah.
and then I dated a guy that smoked.
really.
We talked. we
I
talked
can't
about that.
stand the smell.
Yeah.
So you talking
He
like
didn't really
Clothes or
smell.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we talked about that when we talked last
It
week
just
about
grosses
smokers.
me out.
So
Yeah.
you talking about weed too,
Yeah.
or cigarettes, or everything?
No, just cigarettes. Cigarettes in general. Just the smell in general is a turnoff for me.
Yeah, you don't want that. Morgan, hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic.
I would never date a guy that's weaker than me.
Oh.
Oh,
wow.
like strength wise. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I need a man to back up my 6'2" attitude.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
I like it. I like that.
Are you in the gym a lot, or you just got a loud mouth?
Both.
I wonder if that would be intimidating for a guy to be with a woman that's stronger than him. Or Elizabeth. What's up, Elizabeth?
Good morning. I could never date a guy who has a house that smells bad, or if he smells bad himself. But he has to actually smell good, not just like not bad.
I get that. I mean, listen, if they've got a dirty house, they got a dirty, thing down there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
Yes,
I
100%.
Yeah, we've had second date updates where guys have walked into girls' homes and said that the home is it's a wreck. I'm like, I guarantee it's a wreck down there. What's up, Emily? Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I cannot date a guy with chicken legs.
Skinny legs on guys. It doesn't work for
Yeah,
you.
it is a complete turn off. My husband's got nice, thick, muscular legs.
I saw a guy the other day with the thinnest legs ever, and then on top, he had this big muscular body, and I was like, man, the legs didn't get what he got up. He needs to work on legs. He needs leg day.
No legs.
What's going on, Carrie?
Good morning. I cannot date a guy with a comb over. Like, if you've got 6 strings of long hair combed over your head, let it go.
Shave it off already.
Bald is beautiful. There's a lot of things that look fabulous, but let that hair go.
I like it. Yeah, no, that's actually good. I think if you're going bald, just go for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's up, Paris? Hi.
Hey, happy belated birthday. Happy belated Father's Day, Kevin and
Thank you.
Appreciate
it, Thank you, buddy.
My birthday was June 1st, but I
Happy
can't date a woman
birthday to you.
that wears red. Thank you. I can't date a woman that wears red or like red. It's a no-go. Ever since, I don't know, I never, no woman that I'm dating, even my
Interesting.
significant other right now.
I think women
don't
look great
don't
in
wear
red.
What happened to you?
It's a childhood thing. Grew up, so the color red kind of makes that memory come back. So I don't have nothing in my wardrobe that's red. Never wore
Let's
red.
unpack this, bro. What happened as a kid with the color red? What did you see?
What did I see? The color red?
I mean, as a child, what happened?
I guess my uncle splattered blood, and it reminds me of that.
God.
Holy
oh,
cow.
God.
Okay.
That's unreal. Man. Well, I'm sorry that it happened.
Yeah, man.
That's awful. But
That's
it's amazing that the color changes them. This is an interesting one. Kay, what's your superficial prerequisite for dating?
I would not be able to date a guy with an uncircumcised penis.
Oh, you don't like the turtlenecks?
No, I could not do it. My girlfriends and I talk about it all
Come
the time.
on.
We just don't.
Have you ever seen one in real life?
No.
Look,
but I don't think I could do it.
Sometimes you got to cuff the pants when they too long.
If a guy has an uncircumcised, which means that it's kind of like popping out of its shell or has to pop out of its shell, I can see where that would be weird. That would be an awkward
it's just
one.
like pigs in a blanket. I can't.
You got to peel back the layers.
Plus, you also wonder if he cleans,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleanly.
Let me ask you this question. Would you rather have him have a cat tower or an uncircumcised penis?
I'm sorry, a what?
A cat tower. Like Shannon says she can't date a guy with a cat.
100% uncircumcised penis.
I think they call them the same thing.
You would take that?
I would do a cat tower.
You take a cat tower. Okay. All right. Thank you. Appreciate your call. Take care.
WKQI Detroit. WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids. WVKS Toledo. This is Mojo in the Morning.
Oh, Mojo, he's amazing.
Live. Mojo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition sequence start.
Let me take y'all back to the beginning.
This is it.
All right, are you ready?
You're listening to Mojo in the Morning.
You're a doo-doo head.
Let's go.
All right. It is Mojo in the Morning Show. Got a good hour for you. Coming up this hour on the show, the second date update. Why are you not getting a call back? These guys even baked cookies on the first date and are now not together because one is not calling the other back. We'll find out why. In just moments here, rekindling the relationship with Dad. And then Shannon had to Google it. And a little bit later, maybe by the end of the hour or beginning of next hour, Lydia says she's the prize. So we'll get into that and more coming up here on the Mojo in the Morning Show. Got a great weekend that we all are kind of unpacking. I don't know about you guys, but I've not felt this tired on a Monday morning in a long time, which means it was an active weekend. It was one of those weekends where we did a lot.
What's your favorite moment of the weekend?
I think it was, I I think it was hearing from all three of my boys on Father's Day. I think that was kind of a cool thing to have happen.
Did one of them say something to you that really hit you?
Jacob, because he and I, out of the three boys, we talk the least, and it has nothing to do with our love for each other. He's very, very busy. And also, to be quite honest with you, he's very close with his mom. So he talks to his mom. So I know he's safe because he's always communicating with his mom. But it was like the idea that the intentionalness of him calling and talking to me, and it was him explaining to me like what's going on in his life and what's happening was cool. It was awesome. And I got to FaceTime him and see him and stuff. So it was cool. And he was talking about he's almost done. Like he literally is about ready to be completely done. He's gonna be a doctor, which is pretty crazy. He's gonna have his doctorate. Like I'm like so proud of him.
Bro.
Yeah,
taking after his grandpa.
Isn't that the wildest thing? Yeah, we talked, not that long ago, but 6 or 7 months ago, he and I specifically talked about how the name kind of gets carried on because the other grandkids, there's lawyers in the family, there's, teachers in the family, like there's great people that are there's criminals in the family. No, I'm just
y'all got to spin the wheel.
But there's honestly great grandkids in the family that have done some awesome things. But he'd be the first and only that would be a doctor. So that's cool.
Oh, bro.
But that was cool. That was it. I'm exhausted today because I can't fall asleep on Sundays. I don't know what
Same.
I think
What
it's
the heck, you guys?
they call it the Sunday scaries. I say maybe I'm screwing up my sleep pattern because I'm sleeping more than 5 hours a night.
I think I got maybe 2 hours of sleep. I'm a zombie.
During
right
the
now.
week, Monday night through, Thursday night, I only get about 5 hours or 6, which is horrible. And then on the weekends, I get 8 hours. Sometimes I sleep like a teenager and get 10 or 12 hours. And it screws me up, I think, for my sleep.
Yeah.
You've been doing this 25 years. What are you scared about on Sundays?
No, I think it's just I'm not tired,
Well, you got to find a different word because you ain't having Sunday scared.
See, I laid in bed last night and went over all the things I need to do this week. The kids start their summer schedule this week. We've got the grad party.
So you just looking
this
ahead
week.
at your
Oh my
busy
God, my
week.
brain was going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Hold on a sec. Jay wants to comment on that last topic here. What's that, Jay? Hi, Jay.
Am I? Sorry, this is my first time, long time.
Hey, Jay on the phone.
With regarding that last thing, us uncircumcised guys, we clean it. We clean it.
Oh, that's okay.
Religiously.
I love penises.
It's quite offensive to me that women are turned off by it. I mean, it's cutting off.
I actually heard that it is cleaner.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's uncircumcised.
Because it's heat?
Hey, question.
You don't get buildup? It ain't like earwax?
Jay, did you ever ask your parents why they left you uncircumcised?
I have, and it was up to my grandmother on my dad's side. She said no. My mom wanted to do it, but my grandma said no, don't do it, and that's just how it rolled.
She did not.
I used to hate them. I didn't like that they didn't have me circumcised, but I'm actually happier now that they didn't do it.
Why is that? Is it more pleasurable to have it uncircumcised?
Oh yeah, for sure.
How, bro? You hit it.
Damn it.
Look, let me ask you this, though. What was and we got to keep it clean because, you know what I'm saying, radio. I'm learning this too, Jay. We're in this together. What the first time a girl seen you down there like that, what was her reaction?
Most girls don't know it because it's already kind of the turtles popped out.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what to say.
I get it. Go there.
I get it.
You got to roll your sleeves up before you get to work, or do you got?
No, he's excited. He's saying
a little bit.
Yeah, he's saying.
I feel like you still
anyways,
right?
Yeah.
I don't know,
Jay.
All right, I gotta go though.
Jay,
right,
I just have to let you know we don't ever mean to offend anybody on the show, and for you and every uncircumcised guy out there, have a great day.
Thank you. Mojo.
Appreciate you, buddy. Take care. Have a great day. That's uncircumcised Jay on the show.
Oh my God, the poor guy.
You miss me. Hey, you know how y'all do like Naughty Mom's Night Out, Daddy Daughter. Then we be at an uncircumcised
Oh my
party.
God.
That's amazing though. The grandma called the shots.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't imagine. It's like, yeah, grandma's going to tell us what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Like, that's a power. That's power. That's the power over the penis right there.
I see that.
Did I tell you I was tired today? No, I'm just kidding. All right. We got second date update. I want to do like a heartwarming topic here right now. So, and I want to talk about this. So yesterday was Father's Day. And, it's one of those days where you not always have great relationships, spectacular relationships with your dad. And Kevin, you have a very interesting relationship with your father.
To say the least.
And I can tell that there's a lot of pain sometimes over some of the things that, happened in your life.
Yeah.
And if you want to share with us how your relationship is with your dad right now, I'd love to know.
Bro, listen, it is no secret. I've shared multiple times on this show that my dad and I have a very it's been a very contentious relationship. To your point, there have been things that I've witnessed in my life. There have been not only all right, let's get focused. So my dad was incarcerated when I was a child, when I was in the 3rd grade. Before that, I think I had a great relationship with my dad. He was locked up for like 5 years. You get out, you got to do like the halfway house thing where sometimes you can come home, sometimes you can't, as they try to reintegrate you into society. He came back home, I'm thinking like 8th grade or something like that. The relationship was good at that point. He used to bring me to all my acting competitions. It was great. Then once I graduated high school, he left the house again. This was on his like accord. And not only did that affect my relationship, but it enhanced when I understood how it affected my mother relationship and how it affected my sister's relationship. So not only did I have to deal with my pain, but I had to deal with their pain as well. And I've had this conversation with him, so I ain't like airing this out on air. Like my dad knows, I hated my dad for many, many years in the majority of my life. And it wasn't until maybe about 2 or 3 years ago that I actually sat down and had a conversation with him to tell him some of my grievances. And it wasn't until I would say, man, at least the last month or two where I'm finally at a point in my life. I don't know if it's maturity. I think at time just has to take place and you have to become who you need to become in order to finally forgive or to see that person beyond your pain. Because I think sometimes when you see somebody as one thing, that's how you exist in that relationship. And I saw him as someone to hate for so long. And now I'm at a place where I see him as someone to love. And Friday, game 4, Pacers are like, bro, come to the crib, man. Like, come over. This is the first time even at my new spot. And this to the thing where, like, man, when he would come into the room, sometimes my energy would change. I would be negative. Like, you just know when certain people are around you, you're not yourself.
I can hear when your dad calls us and he'll say, it's Kev's dad, Kevin Irwin the first. Yeah. And he'll come, Kev will go,
at your birthday party.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when I really noticed it, was at your birthday party that we all went to.
And we've had situations where it's been festive occasions where he's made it more about him, we'll say, in those situations. But he came over to the crib. I asked some of the homies, shout out Jonte and JG. They pulled up because we was going to my other homie DJ party that night. Banger. But my dad came over, and it was nothing but love and great times, even so much so that my friends that were there, I think JG was like, man, I love this. Like, just looking at my dad and I. And I truly believe I'm at a point where that'll be the relationship moving forward. As he's getting older, I'm starting to see him, and he wants to have a relationship with Josiah.
Wow.
Like my uncle who died, this is my mom's brother. Him and Josiah spent the majority of the time together at the repast where they had all the food and all of that than I did with him. And I know I don't want to be the reason why Josiah doesn't have a relationship with his grandfather. So we're making all of it work.
So let me ask you a question, because I feel like I didn't pay attention enough, because I feel like I know you, but I knew that your dad was incarcerated and I knew that affected you. I didn't realize that your dad left when you were in high school. And I've got a feeling that him leaving at that time might have affected you as much, if not more, than the incarceration.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously he was incarcerated for a reason.
Yeah.
So there is some onus that he has to take.
The second time leaving,
that's all on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like you leave, and I couldn't imagine operating like that.
Do you think that your pain of with your dad and what your struggles with your dad were more pain because you saw your mom having to struggle a lot than it was even just you struggling, or is it your equal amount?
I think I'm the type of person that and this is based on who my mom has shown me that she is and who my grandmother has shown me that she is. We are selfless people that care more about others than ourselves. So I think, to your point, the bulk of the pain, I don't even know if I've processed how I feel, but I think a lot of, like, seeing my mom depressed, seeing her not being able to wake up and get out the bed and knowing where that comes from, seeing my sister, like, me and my sister had a great life, though. Like, my mom was, like, incredible.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't have been able to tell, but, like, you see her in those dark moments when nobody else see her.
Yeah.
And that plagues you, bro. That hurt to the
How
core.
did your dad receive all of the grievances that you said you aired a couple of years ago?
He was like, he was receiving.
He understood.
He was receiving. This is the first time that
he wasn't trying to be defensive.
He didn't make excuses. I mean, I think everybody has their reasons for certain things, but your reasoning doesn't necessarily impact my reality. And I think he did a great job of understanding and empathizing and hearing me for my reality, although he may have had his reasons for certain things. And I don't know my dad's relationship with my mom, so I don't know what they was going through. They could have had their own, 1-2 step that was way beyond just the mere fact that I was his child. She's still his wife, and I don't know everything that she put him through or he put her through, so I can't judge them from that perspective. But,
I'm always amazed when, because in Chelsea's life, her biological father, walked out, and her mom never talked bad about him, like never talked crap about him. Yeah. And I never could understand that because it would be so easy to talk crap about a man that walked out of their life. But Chelsea now, as a grown adult, grown woman, said that I gained so much more respect from my mom because she never tried to make him look worse than I felt about him.
I ain't gonna lie, my mama said some wild stuff about my dad. my mama wasn't like Chelsea mama. She ain't never go crazy, but she just said some stuff for sure.
Question for you. Do you think that your Friday that you had with your dad would have happened if it wasn't that Father's Day was on the calendar? Did Father's Day have anything to do with it?
I mean, yeah, it wasn't a driving factor.
Yeah.
I think there have been, breadcrumbs leading up to this moment for sure. But it definitely had an impact.
That's such a cool thing.
Because you wanted to do something for him for Father's Day, and that was it.
Something, yeah.
I love that. I will say this though, your dad gave you a great gift. I mean, obviously he gave you the gift of life,
right.
But you're through obviously your mom's birthing you. But you know what he gave you more than anything? He gave you the wherewithal to be the dad that you are today.
Absolutely.
Because of his qualities and his not so great things. You know what I mean? Like the way that he parented you as a dad, you probably there's probably things that you do go, oh crap, I'm being my dad. And then there's probably parts where you're like, I'm not going to be my dad.
Yeah.
And I've talked before. I think both of you guys, Shannon and Kevin, I would love to have you guys as my parents. Like you guys are both amazing. Shannon is one of the greatest moms, and Kevin, you're one of the greatest dads. And I look at the way that you guys parent, and I look how great it is. And I feel like the way I parent too is through what I learned from my dad and mom, and what else
you were
I didn't.
lacking.
Yeah, what I was lacking.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes is, we almost have to thank them for that.
For sure.
Because,
for sure.
And I don't think they knew better sometimes with some of the things. Like I think generations of parents, just didn't know. But I'm so happy for you, man, because
I'm happy too.
You know what does bum me out?
Yeah.
It bums me out that your dad has taken air out of your room sometimes. And so I'm hoping that this doesn't do that for you.
And that was one of the driving forces when I had the original conversation. It was because I felt that my growth was stunted in life because I was allowing this one thing to stunt it.
Yeah.
And I truly felt like if I was able to unlock that door, it would lead to so many other things in my life. And, it's not one of those things where like I had a conversation and then, now everything's figured out.
Yeah.
But again, one of those important breadcrumbs.
It's interesting you brought up the death of your uncle. You think that maybe the death of your uncle helped you with this?
Uncle Paul was mean as hell, dog.
I know you said
love
that.
him, dog,
But-
Really?
Uncle Paul?
And Uncle Paul's your mom's brother.
Yeah.
So your dad went to that funeral.
Yeah, he had some great words too. They had a crazy relationship too. But
Did Uncle Paul like your dad?
No, not for real. I don't think he liked my dad. But what I realized is like, yes, I would say Uncle Paul was mean as hell, but I think Uncle Paul was also a very serious person.
Yeah.
That went through things in his life. And certain people who go through certain things need you to really understand how valuable life is. And I think in those moments where I thought he was being mean, he just didn't want me to F up and make some of the same mistakes that he did.
Man. You're a wise guy. You're a wise guy.
You're a wise guy.
Seriously. I mean, Shannon, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? Cool to see that.
Well, and I love that there was like this is very much a pivot point for you in your relationship, and honestly for Josiah's relationship with your dad too, because that's going to change because of what's happening with you and your dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lydia, can I? Do you want me to grab any calls or any texts or anything like that? Renee here. Hi, Renee. Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
You know, I've said it before and I've texted in and told you guys, Kevin is such an asset to the show. He's wise beyond his years, and I just felt that he needed to hear it. So I shot in a quick text.
I appreciate you.
When you hear a moment like this happen, and you know us from our conversations and stuff, and I don't even know if we've ever even met you face to face, Renee, have we?
No.
So we never met each other face to face. When you hear him talk about that, doesn't that make you so happy that he had that kind of a moment with his dad? Like, I know Kevin well, but I don't know him where, I was there part of his childhood or any of that stuff. But I'm like, as just a human being, I'm so happy that he and his dad can have this moment, because not everybody can have this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's so true. And I myself lost my dad when I was 20 years old, and so there's people around here that don't have relationships with their fathers for whatever reason, and I think if they can look at it as far as like a perspective that Kevin said, he was able to see through him past his own pain and get to know him as a person.
Yeah.
And I think that is advice really that a lot of people need to take in many aspects of their life, and whether it's different relationships, friendships, mother figures, father figures, whatnot. I just love hearing Kevin speak.
One of the important words you just said was pain. And I was watching a sermon, and the pastor said, the lack of pain isn't the presence of healing. And sometimes just because you don't feel pain doesn't mean you're truly healed. But I think oftentimes we think when we don't feel it that we're healed, and that's not the case.
Yeah.
It's his own type of thing.
I've got a guy on the phone here. He said that he's Kevin Irwin the first.
Hey.
What's that?
Mojo.
Yep, definitely him.
We got we've got Shannon and we've got Kevin. But real talk. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Father's Day.
And thank you, and happy Father's Day to you all, dads. But I want to cry, because this is deep, man. This is really deep. Wow. Listen, real talk. It's amazing, man, that my son and I, man, are beginning to walk the journey together. We have been walking this journey of this pain that we have both been feeling, that I am principally responsible for, but we have walked that pain of journey separately. However, the destination was the same.
Yeah.
And I knew that we would eventually get there. My son and I could skip a lot, but I'll get to it. We can do it. We're going to do a show. Me and Kevin are going to have a show called Father Meets Son. Real talk. I'm telling this to the world. And we're going to talk to your boss.
Yeah.
Because just like, really, man, there's so much healing. And why I say Father Meets Son? Because, man, you can go. Well, a lot of us don't know our dads. A lot of us don't know our sons, and we're in the same house. I don't want to get off the track. But my son told me this one day, man. I loved it. I want to cry because I'm very emotional, man. I love this. I knew I did some bad things, right?
Yeah.
And you pay the price. Karma has been a you-know-what, but it's been great for me. So now I'm gonna fast forward.
Hurry up.
I knew I needed to heal this relationship with my sons. I need to heal me. So Kevin, we finally had a meeting, man. This was about 3 years ago. And we met at a little restaurant downtown. Kevin even paid the bill. But he looked at me, man. And imagine this, Mojo. And Kevin has told me that you had lost your parents at an early age, okay? Yeah. But still, you're a parent now, so you can understand this.
Yeah.
He looked across me. Now, remember now, let's set this up. That we ain't cool. And I didn't know the depth of the frigidness of his feelings toward me.
Listen.
And he looked at me and said this, get ready. No, this was at his apartment in Southfield. But anyway, he said this, I don't need you, Dad.
Wow. I remember that.
Man.
I remember him. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, he said that with you?
Yeah, no, he did. And can I tell you something?
Wow, I love it.
And can I say something to you, Mr. Irwin, Mr. Kevin Irwin?
No, you call me Kevin, and I'm not Kevin the first. I'm just Kevin. Yeah,
Kev,
man.
let me just say this to you. I said this to Kevin a couple years ago. I said to him, I go, the hope for me, for you, is that you one day have a moment to tell your dad this, because some people don't get that moment. You know what I mean? Their dads are taken from them. And there's many things that many people would love to be able to say to their parent. And I love that he had that moment with you. And I'll be honest with you, I think there's going to be a lot more healing that you guys are going to have to go through, probably, because there's a lot of lost years in this one. But I am so happy that you were just smart enough just to come and enjoy and let him, because Kevin is so wise. And sometimes we're wiser than our parents. You know what I mean?
Where do you think you get it from?
Right, that's right.
No.
Can I say?
Kevin said this to me. I know you got to go, but Kevin said this to me, and I love it. You know, my son, I have nothing but praises for my son. Everywhere I go, I talk about my son Kevin. Now, you know, I work out quite a bit, so they hear me on the radio. They know Kevin. Yeah, you're Kevin's dad. And just yesterday, a young lady said, "Yeah, you were talking to me about your son." So I'm so proud of him, but I'm more prouder of Kevin's heart, man.
Yeah.
See, I got a lot I can talk about. Yo, all ain't got time.
By the way, why is all of a sudden he went from loving you from Friday? Now he's like,
I love he goes,
shaking his
hurry
head.
up.
No.
I love him. He just talks so much, dog. Like,
I love listening
Did he
to
talk
him.
during the game the whole time too?
Everybody was so drunk. We was talking a lot. Man. I don't even remember watching the game.
Everybody. Hey, but you know what's so deep about this, man? You know, see, everybody, and I ain't even colors, everybody really is the same. It's just the choices that we make in life.
Yeah.
And you don't realize that it's never, ever really just about you. And it's just never really about yours, because you and yours affect everyone. Here we are, and I didn't know this. I get down there, Jay-Z there, John Tay there, and what I love is the fact that they knew me in Kevin's high school. They knew Mr. Irwin because Mr. Irwin was always around. Kevin ain't told you the whole story about me.
I just said that.
Oh, not much. But I love you. I'm messing with you.
Hey, listen, I do have to move on because the show's over with at 10:30.
Oh, really?
But I do want you to know this, that the beauty of the two of you guys is that you guys, and Kevin I don't think understands this, but I know you do this. Kevin is so much like you, and the thing is that if he can heal the relationship with you, it will actually make him feel good that way. Because I know that part of you doesn't want to like say, I'm just like my dad, or I got things that my dad does, and because you're hurt from the moments that you've had in your life. The beauty is when you are like your parent, because it's amazing.
That's my point.
Yeah.
No,
but I made it quicker than you.
He is like me too.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm gonna let you go. And I've trademarked this. I'm gonna let you go real quick. And this is how I look at life, man. I'm more interested in a person's contributions and less about their contradictions. And I can explain that another time. And Kevin, I'm gonna run that down to you tonight when we're watching the game. I love the Mojo in the morning show.
Thank you.
All right, love you. I'll see you later.
Bye, Dad.
That's the only way.
I love him. I love when he calls in. I know you get embarrassed because you think he talks too much.
He does.
But I think he's fascinating.
Yeah, he all right. Y'all should go out, Shannon. You have a great day.
Just like leave about 8 hours of your time.
It's the second date update on Mojo in the morning.
All right, second date update. Why are you not getting a call back after you went on a date? This is amazing because not only did they go on a date with each other, I understand they baked cookies with each other too. Morgan is on with us. How did you guys meet, Morgan?
Hi. We met on Hinge.
Okay. And it was just a great date. It was so great that you guys even had sex?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good date. I wasn't planning on hooking up, but yeah, we did.
So quick question for you. After the date is over with and you guys say goodbye to each other, did you guys say, hey, let's plan another date or let's meet again? Or was that just kind of like something that you would just assume would happen?
Yeah, we left it really open and it felt like I'll call you this weekend to make plans type of thing.
Okay, so that actually was said. All right, Brett is on the phone with us right now. Brett, will you say hello to Morgan?
Hello. Oh, Morgan. Yeah, hey.
Oh, did you not know who you were going to about to talk to?
What did we do? Did we tell you that Morgan was on the phone, or we just tell you that somebody wanted to talk to you, or Mojo wanted to talk to you? What did they say?
They said somebody wanted to talk to me. I was like,
okay. We're sorry about that. So, Brett, we're doing a thing called Second Date Update, where if you've been on a date with somebody and you haven't talked to them in a while, you get them on the phone. And you get a chance to figure out what's going on. Morgan is on with us right now. Morgan, say hi to Brett.
Hi, Brett.
Oh, crap. Hey. Hey.
What's going on? So, Brett, talk to us about what's happening. What did you think of Morgan? Did you enjoy your date?
Yeah. I enjoyed the date very much. It was fun. Morgan's a really cool girl.
And I from what I understand from Morgan talking to us, Morgan said that and she shared this with us, so I guess it's shareable because I always want to respect the woman in the situation. She said that you guys ended up having sex, and I wanted to figure out how a date goes from, meeting on Hinge to going out and then going back to somebody's place and having sex to never talking to them ever again. And I wanted to try to see if we can reconnect you guys.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the deal. Date was fun. Morgan was really cool. Everything was good. And, yeah, we were, we went back to, hang out, and basically when things got down to it, I discovered she had a lot of hair down there, and that's not my bag. I don't want to be rude, but that.
Okay, that is so not fair. Like,
but it didn't
I wouldn't
stop
have
you.
hooked up at all. What? Excuse me?
Yeah.
Did you guys have sex? Did you, Morgan? Did you guys?
Yeah, he said it was fine.
So,
I let him know beforehand. I was like, look, I wasn't planning on hooking up. I would have shaved if I had known. And you were like, it's fine. So how could you hold that against me?
Wait, so hold on 1 second. So you said to him, you actually verbally said to him, hey, I wasn't planning on doing this.
So I'm not prepared. Down there.
And he
Yes.
and he said what?
He said that was fine. He literally said it was fine.
See, he was probably expecting something way less than what he actually saw.
But it doesn't matter. I totally get her point of if you're not thinking that that's going to happen on a first date, like I get that maybe she didn't shave her legs, she didn't do that, all those things. And if he said it's okay and still went and they hooked up, that's on him.
To me, I understand completely what you're saying and truly understand it. She didn't know that was going to take place, but in my mind, it's the same thing as somebody says, yeah, I'm a little crazy. And then you'd be like, oh, it's okay. And then you really see they full-blown psycho.
But also, it sounds like this is not her, like this is not how, and it doesn't matter. It's her choice. But this is not how it normally is down there.
Sure, okay.
She, the
food's a little spicy.
Whatever.
It's hot as hell.
Well, he didn't care in the moment.
Let me ask this question, Shannon, as a woman who is dated.
Yeah.
Do you go into the dates like prepared for anything, like prepared for everything? Like, or do you go into the date saying, okay, and if you were not prepared like Morgan, would you just say, you know what, let's not do it right now, but maybe we'll do it again? Or what would you do?
I am very self-conscious that way, and I would pass. I would say no. I also know that there are a lot of women who purposely don't shave their legs to ensure that they don't that they don't go there. So
or they wear the granny pins.
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I think, Brett, if she gave you forewarning and her forewarning was, I'm not prepared for this, and you went into that game, to play with a real thick rough.
Did you just
then
say?
You got to play that. You got to play the 18 holes, man, and you got to just realize that that's a course that you've never played before. I'm going to attribute this to golf. And I'm going to say that
God.
the fact that she told him and gave him the forewarning on that deal, I think that it's his fault for going through with it.
Absolutely.
Holly, what's up? It's Mojo in the morning.
Yeah, so I think that we have all been there as females. Like, we do this thing where, like, we wear, like, an ugly pair of panties or we don't shave. That way, like, we don't give it up that night. But then the night gets good, and then, like, we're like, okay, well, whatever. And we always say, like, oh, my God, like, I'm not prepared for this.
Yes. Even with my husband, there are nights when I'm like, I really would rather shower first. You know, like, I give him the warning, and if he doesn't care, he doesn't care.
Rosalind, what's up? It's Mojo in the morning. Hi.
Hey, I just wanted to say that this guy watches a lot of porn all the time and thinks all women are bare down there, and it's an excuse. It's not natural.
Rosalind, I'm going to ask you, though, have you ever been more hairy than you'd like to actually fulfill the act? And then,
well, no, I think it's natural, and I think all of this going somewhere and getting waxed, I think all that's unnatural. These guys are programmed to porn. That's what I think.
And I will say this, I'm not going to judge whether you're going to shave down there or not shave down there, but I do think that there are moments, like Shannon said, in other cases where it's the grooming part of, I didn't take a shower or whatever. And at that point, then it's up to you to be able to do, and I thought Morgan did it great and handled it great. Hey, I'd love to continue to go, but I'm just not ready for this. And if
I wasn't banking on this happening.
And
tonight.
if he's going for it, man, he's horny as hell. And then let's just go for it.
Yep.
And at that point, I'm gonna say it's okay. That's all right. I wouldn't judge her off of that. She at least was honest. But Morgan, and without getting too personal, has it been a bit since you have been sexually active? Because I'm just wondering if this is something that you do. Do you prepare for this more?
I mean, yeah, I haven't really been dating a while.
Okay.
I've had a really big job transit. Like, whatever.
No need to explain that. I get it.
Get into it. Yeah.
Because I will say this to you. I give you grace on that. I think Brett. You can do better. Yeah. What do you think?
Kev, why are you so?
I don't know.
You want her
let her live her life.
You want her
You
prepared
think she's
for the date.
lying, and that's just how she is all the time?
No. If she want to be hairy married, then let her be.
Do you like the bush?
No, I'm not a fan.
By the
of it
way,
at all.
I
And
think
don't
I did this in a dirty a
controlled
few
by
weeks
porn.
ago. Supposedly, the big thing for the summer is the bikini bush.
Yes.
That's
bush coming out of the bikini bottoms.
Nobody want to see that.
I'm just saying.
Nobody want to
Vogue
see
did an
that.
article on it, I think.
That's ridiculous.
I'll be honest with you. I know a lot of guys. I don't think there's a lot of guys that would turn away a girl or turn away the opportunity to get some if the girl had the hair. I don't know. Chris, am I wrong on this?
Absolutely not. I'll take Harry Mary on a date all day. I love that stuff.
The hair is okay with Chris, right?
100%. More the merrier.
Absolutely.
I've never been with anybody that was super hairy like that.
Yeah.
I've seen a little hair, but I ain't never seen, buckwheat or nothing. Rapunzel down there.
All right. Well, thank you for the call. Appreciate you, Chris. Hold on a second. Lainey, last call. What's up?
So I'm literally driving to my wax appointment right now. So I'm definitely
the timing.
I'm definitely not someone who has a lot of hair down there, but I will also say, if he's we're all adults. If he's making this big of a deal on the first date about body hair, he's doing her a favor. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to be with someone.
Play
like that.
this for the person that does your wax. Give them this podcast.
Shout out to European Wax Off in Ann Arbor. Hey. I love you, Danny.
This is the home of the dirty on the 30. Throwback Throwdown. Second date update. And War of the Roses. This is Mojo in the Morning.
All right. We're going to give you a chance to win a car. I'm so late. I apologize. It's 8:42, and we're just getting to this contest and the dirty. 8:42, and you could be driving a brand new 2025 Chevy Trax from Gordon Chevrolet, or you can win $20,000 cash. 844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548. Imagine that. A brand new car, $6,000 car, or $20,000 cash could be yours to end 2025. We'll be doing it this summer here.
Mojo in the mornings, Dirty on the 30.
All right, Shannon, what's going on in this hour's Dirty on the 30?
I was not surprised at all when I saw Kanye West at Diddy's trial on Friday morning, walking inside the courthouse alongside Diddy's son Christian. Told you that he was going to show up to support, and he did. Didn't think it was going to happen until this week. Nonetheless, he left after only being inside for about 10 minutes, even though court officials opened an overflow room just for him solo to watch the proceedings, but he was there and out in under 10. By the way, the big news this morning is that Diddy's legal team has filed an emergency motion for a mistrial. I believe this is the third time they've done this. This time around, they're arguing that prosecutors unfairly pushed out one of the few black jurors by questioning his residency status. And so this piece of the case revolves around juror number 6. He is a black man, and it's his living situation that they're kind of going, we think you lied. He shuttles between New Jersey and the Bronx, and this became the trigger for prosecutors accusing him of not being truthful of where he lived. Diddy's attorneys claiming the move masks a deeper strategy to reduce diversity on the jury. Now, the judge is expected to decide by the end of the week whether to replace juror number 6 and whether that dismissal demands a mistrial of the case.
Do we have any idea of the makeup of the current jury?
Yes. I don't know it offhand right now, but you could Google. You could Google it. Sacha Baron Cohen and actress Isla Fisher announced over the weekend their divorce has been finalized. I feel like they've been going through this for a while. They shared the same status on Instagram, saying they're proud of what they achieved during their time together. They have great respect for each other, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like the same thing. But they got married in Paris in 2010 before announcing that they were separating about a year and a half ago. Kev's shirt that he's wearing today, if you're watching us on Facebook Live, is very fitting for this next story. That's Barry Sanders on your shirt. Right? As I said that, I'm like, wait, I just want to make sure I got the right person. Okay, former NFL running back and Pro Football Hall of Famer Barry Sanders revealing that he did suffer a heart attack last year, and he didn't realize he was having a heart attack. He thought he had some heartburn. Thank God went to get it checked out. But he did an interview with CBS Sports, and he said he was on a recruiting trip with his son, one of his sons, Noah, right around this time last year, Father's Day, when it happened. Very unexpected. He is sharing his full story for the special, The Making of a Heart Attack, on A&E, and he is encouraging others, men and women, to take their cardiovascular health more seriously.
Yeah. By the way, I recommend this to every bit of the listeners. The thing that detected my heart aneurysm was something that Dr. Warner asked me to do as a favor to him, as a friendship to him, and that was I did a calcium score test. Ask your doctor to give you a calcium score test. Just say, hey, we go to the doctors and do blood tests and all that stuff. Just say, hey, I'd like to get a calcium score test.
Should you be over a certain age or around a certain age for that?
I believe you could do it at any age. Your doctor will obviously give. Just say, listen, I just, especially if you have heart disease in your family, it's a big deal, and it can detect a lot of early warning signs.
Yeah. You guys ever been to Kings Island? The amusement park?
Is that next to Epstein?
No.
No, you've never been to Kings Island?
I don't think
in
so.
Ohio?
In Ohio?
I think it's Mason, Ohio.
Is it?
The
No,
town.
I've never
We
been
used to
there.
go all the time when we were kids.
We always stopped at Cedar Point.
So this is for our Ohio listeners who maybe favor Kings Island over Cedar Point, or maybe just like both. But I guess guests there have been told to keep their mouths closed on all of the rides because the cicadas are so bad.
Oh, my gosh.
That if you open your mouth to scream on a roller coaster or whatnot,
it'll go in your mouth.
It'll go in your mouth. You're going to be swallowing cicadas. Isn't that disgusting?
Pull that COVID mask out.
I've been on Friends, pontoons and stuff, and had cicadas attack us.
Yeah.
But also Cedar Point. Do you remember the year we broadcasted from there? And the cicadas were brutal.
Horrible. So I guess when they do that whole pre-spiel before you,
Close your mouth.
Yeah, they tell you, make sure you buckle up, keep your hands and your feet inside, and they tell you to close your mouth so you don't swallow any cicadas. All right, for all of today's Dirty, check out the podcast. If you need to catch up on anything, just search Mojo in the morning in the free iHeartRadio app.
Go. Celebrity Dirt. Directly from the source. It's Mojo in the mornings, Dirty on the 30.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
Rebecca is a winner. Congratulations to you, Rebecca.
Thank you, Mojo. I am on the Mojo in the morning show.
I love it. We love you.
Oh, I feel so special.
A 2025 Chevy Trax or $20,000 cash. Which one would you take?
Mojo, I got a brain like you. I'm taking the car.
Absolutely.
The cash ain't nothing.
I'm telling
I need
you.
that car.
Give me that
Right.
car. It's, you know what? I'm going to drive that thing or I'm going to sell it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to keep that car. That's what I want. Congrats.
Or you're going to do both.
Or do
Drive
both.
it, then sell it.
Or the other thing might be, and I told Mike this, that this, is a very good possibility. Mike Porter over at Gordon Chevrolet. I would say to Mike, I might want to, throw a little money down and buy myself something else, and and then
trade up
to it. Yeah. Hey, congratulations to you. You got a $50 gas card courtesy of Kroger and Green Flame Tequila. Gordon Chevrolet will be the grand finale. We'll do that in July. Okay.
Oh, thank you very much.
Appreciate you so much. It's Mojo in the Morning Show. Shannon, I had to Google it.
So my stepdaughter is about to turn 16, and she is spending her summer babysitting. That's her summer job. And you guys, do you know how much you bank babysitting? That's what I used to do before I was actually old enough to drive myself to and from a job. So she was babysitting a new family in our neighborhood. I don't even know who these people are, but they have a 5-month-old little boy. And so this was Friday night. And so it gets to be like around that time where she's getting ready to leave. And I said, wait, have you ever changed a diaper before? Like 5 months old, she's going to be changing a lot of diapers. She was going to be there for the entire night. And she looked at us with this look on her face where I knew the answer was no. She had never changed a diaper before. And I was like, okay, well, you got to figure that out because obviously he's going to need a diaper change or 10 in that time. She goes, don't worry, I'll just YouTube it.
Oh, my gosh.
So she literally had to Google or YouTube how to change a diaper.
That's smart.
On her way, walking down the street to go to these people, go to this family's house to watch their little boy. Isn't that so funny? You
know what's funny? I feel like nowadays, everybody either YouTubes or chat GPTs or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How to do anything these
But
days.
she was fine the whole night. Yep.
That's why these tools are here.
I think that's interesting. That's really interesting though for babysitting because I remember when we would have babysitters come, especially some that are like Sam's age, that were in high school. I remember Chelsea would always have them come over, and we would pay them a full time to just sit with us and hang with us and be there at the house so that they could see what Chelsea does. And then Chelsea would, and I remember when like Luke was younger.
Yeah.
And we had one girl that like literally when Luke had to go to the bathroom, he was a little baby and he had to go to the bathroom. She was like, yeah, I don't think this is going to be the thing. And that's how you find out.
Yeah.
Because could you imagine if
know what they're
she
doing or
finds
not?
out? 844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548. What was the thing that you had to Google?
I mean, I Googled something yesterday. This dude, and I listen, when I play Madden online, I'm not a talker. Like, I just want to play you. I don't want to hear you talk. I don't want to hear your music in the background. I would prefer we just stay muted. As soon as I come on, this dude, oh, you B-I-T-C-H-U-P, we're going crazy. I'm like, I don't even talk, but I was on. I'm like, no. So I'm going back and forth. And then I see he keep going. I'm just going to shut up. And I'm like, okay, I'm about to just smoke your ass. So we going back and forth. And then he start killing me with this mesh route where you send the tight ends going across, the wide receiver going blah, 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 blah. Didn't know how to stop it. I was like, okay, I'm about to YouTube real quick. How do you stop the mesh route? Start cooking his ass.
At that point, though, do you have enough time to do it while you're in the midst of a game?
We were still in the first half. So I'm like, if I lock in.
So did you come back in the.
Hell yeah. And then I made him quit. After I started beating, I was like, I got off me. I'm like, talk now.
Yeah.
Talk now. Josiah came on serious because he did. I don't talk like that.
Yeah.
Around Josiah. But dude was
I have no idea how to do home improvements at all. Like, I have no clue how to do it. And there was something with our washing machine. And I couldn't figure out why the lid lock was on. And I couldn't get the lid lock to unlock. And I had to Google how to open up the lid lock or how to get the lid lock or whatever it was to. Yeah. And it was basically how to reset without just because you can't just unplug and replug the whole thing in there.
Yeah.
You had to like push a couple of buttons together. That thing, by the way, I'll say this to you. It made me feel like I was a man. The amazing thing was,
and I grew 6 inches taller that day.
The amazing thing was, the YouTube video was made by a woman.
Oh, I love it.
What's up, Brittany? How you doing?
Hi. You guys were talking about YouTubing stuff.
Yes.
I'm a licensed hairstylist, and I had to YouTube how to cut my mom's hair last night.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
You
Didn't you learn how to do that?
because she wanted a specific cut, so I YouTubed how to do it.
Dude, if I went to a hairstylist and she had YouTube on while she was cutting my hair, I'd get my butt right up out of that seat so fast.
I wonder how many people.
Well, at least it was my mom, and we were at home.
But I'd wonder how many moms would, if they knew that their babysitter was YouTube and how to change a diaper. Like at that point, I think the mom would go, let's do a refresher. I want to test this thing out. What's up, Braden? How you doing?
Hi, I just want to say I literally love your show.
Oh, man.
We love you too.
Say that again.
Wait, say that?
Like, it makes me laugh. Like, when you guys catch those cheaters with the roses, that makes me laugh so hard.
Oh, geez. Well, yeah, you know what? We love that you listen, Braden. How old are you, Braden?
I'm 16.
Oh, we love you.
Older.
What do you listen to us on,
Yeah, I just
Braden?
had a ton of love.
What do you listen?
What?
Do you listen to us on the radio live, or do you listen to our podcast?
On the radio live.
I love it. Where are you at? Where are you calling from?
Rockford, Michigan.
Okay. First time, long time?
I've listened to you guys for a couple months now that I started to drive.
So first time, short time.
Thanks.
Listening to us on SNX. We love you, buddy. Thanks for listening to us.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. What's up, Kimberly? Hi.
Good morning.
Hi.
So I had a YouTube once how to use a wine opener, like the ones with the little arms on them, because I had no idea what I was doing.
Those are hard, by the way.
The ones
that took me a
where
second.
you have to screw and then you pull the thing apart.
Yeah.
Can I tell you that wine openers suck, Kimberly? First off, if you get the ones that have like where like it pops the thing out, you know what I'm talking about?
What are you
like the little
You
canisters.
stick the pin in and you push the button and it just pops right out. It scares the crap out of me.
We never get the canisters, to work because the kids are always messing with the thing. And then secondly, the old fashioned one like you're talking about, the cork always ends up breaking off in the damn thing.
Yeah.
I like wine in a box. What do you think?
Or the screw
top.
Bing bong.
Screw top.
But the problem is they can't charge as much for the thing. There's got to be something.
What you mean?
No, I think that they don't. It doesn't look as fancy.
Hey, let me tell y'all, and Shannon gave me a little tip on something that I haven't tried yet, but I will try. All my wine drinkers out there, white wine drinkers out there, get you a glass of Pinot Grigio, 2-3 ice cubes, and a shot of vodka inside. It'll take you where you need to go.
Okay, I didn't tell you that. I said if you're drinking a glass of white wine, slice up some jalapenos and put them in.
That's the Shannon
so
touch.
good. It's the drink of the summer.
What's up, Tina?
Hey, hi guys, how are you?
Good morning.
Great. What did you have to YouTube?
Oh, okay. So my husband brought a dryer, and the went on the wrong side. So I had to YouTube how to take the dryer door off. And they give you the hinges and everything for the other side.
That's amazing. And you did this yourself? Your husband didn't have to do it?
No. I pretty much do all the housework.
Do you know what's funny is I didn't know until like a few months ago that you can do that. That you can actually change the dryer door opening.
We just did it. Yeah.
I had no clue that happened. I just thought it automatically went on the same side. I always thought that the washer was on the right and the dryer was on the left. Leah, what did you have to YouTube?
Good morning.
Morning.
I went to California on a trip or whatever, and I couldn't bring weed. I found weed from somebody at a bar, and I had to YouTube how to roll a joint.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was the worst one. It was so skinny and so terrible, but
still smokable.
Practice makes perfect.
Still
right?
smokable. I like how we went from doing
Diapers.
a diaper to
Diapers
that.
to doobies.
Isn't that amazing? And Margaret, what did you have to YouTube?
I had to look up how to parallel park.
That's funny.
That's difficult.
You weren't doing it while you were parallel parking, were you?
It wasn't a busy street. I was just dropping something off, but it's a really good video. It shows you right where to pull up. You pull up to the mirror, but it worked great. I hadn't parallel parked, I don't think, since my driver's test. So
That's awesome. And where were you at? What town were you in parallel parking?
Ann Arbor, downtown Ann Arbor.
I hate it. Yeah, that's a tough place, especially if you got people behind you and there's always the jerkhole that honks at you. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Coming up next on the Mojo in the Morning Show, our producer, Lydia. Would you say that she's a prize?
Absolutely.
It depends on the conversation.
Tap that app.
Tap in.
Mojo in the morning on iHeartRadio. Tap that app now.
Yes.
Channel 955.
It's Mojo in the mornings. Motor City traffic.
It is going to be a great day. 8:57, 64 right now. Clouds mixed with sunshine. A high temp of 81 degrees out in the streets right now. Telegraph at King Road. We have a brand new accident reported there. Some slow traffic. 94 westbound between Huron and US 23. About a 10-minute delay westbound 696 between DeQuinder and Southfield. A reminder the left lane remains closed there. And Orchard Lake now closed both directions between 12 and 13 Mile for construction. That's your Channel 955 traffic on Mojo in the morning.
Channel 955.
An iHeart radio station.
This report is sponsored by MGM Grand Detroit. Win big this summer at MGM Grand Detroit. Earn entries into the Friday drawings for your chance at the $30,000 Progressive cash prize. If it is not claimed by July 25th, it turns into a guaranteed grand prize of $100,000 cash. See the MGM Rewards desk for details. 21 and up. It's a good time for a grand time.
Welcome to Woodview Commons, a vibrant community just minutes away from downtown Ann Arbor. And this has such a great place for you to live. I mean, obviously we know Ann Arbor's got world-class dining, entertainment, the big university, but would you like to live in a spacious 1, 2, or 3-bedroom apartment? Or how about a charming townhouse, or maybe an elegant ranch-style residence designed just for you and your family? If you want amenities with your place, you got them, because they've got everything from the nicest pool I've ever seen to a huge workout facility and even pickleball courts. It's Woodview Commons. You can find out more when you go to FHSliving.com. FHSliving.com. Check out Woodview Commons and live better in Ann Arbor.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there.
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Featuring
Tate McRae. Ed Sheeran. Lil Wayne. Jelly Roll. I'm not okay. Maroon 5. Mariah Carey. Glorilla. And more. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Never seen before collaborations. And once in a lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe.
Music brings us together.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Go to AXS.com to get your tickets today. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
This hour is sponsored by Sam Bernstein Law.
After an accident, there are 2 types of people: those who got the Bernstein advantage and those who wish they did.
Breaking news for the people of Boomtown. With Xfinity Mobile, the Wi-Fi is booming, at home and on the go.
And an upgrade storm's on the way.
That's right. And with Xfinity Mobile Premium Unlimited, you can upgrade your phone when you want, up to 2 times a year.
Now, once customers catch wind of the guaranteed new device discount, it'll be the biggest upgrade storm in history.
Wow. Let's hear from our weatherman on the scene.
How's it looking out there, Rick?
Well, Bill, the Wi-Fi is still booming.
Now through September 30th, existing Xfinity Internet customers can get an unlimited line included for a year. Plus, ask how to get a free 5G phone. Learn more at XfinityMobile.com. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Unlimited line offer requires Xfinity 300 megabit internet or above. Taxes, fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Reduced speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Data thresholds vary.
My mom said I'm not like anyone else. She's right. Kids train like athletes. We need doctors trained for kids.
Kids' bones and muscles are unique. That's why they need the care found at Children's Hospital of Michigan.
At Children's Hospital of Michigan, your child can see a pediatric, orthopedic, and sports medicine specialist in just 48 hours because waiting isn't an option.
Treating kids isn't part of what we do. It's everything we do. Learn more at childrensdmc.org/athletes.
At Kroger, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items across our stores so you can save even more. Whether you're shopping in-store or online at Kroger, we've lowered prices on thousands of the items your family wants and needs. And with lower prices, your dollar goes further every time you shop with us. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Select 12 packs of Corona or Modelo lagers are just $15.99 with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Must be 21 to purchase. Drink responsibly. The Kroger Co., Cincinnati, Ohio.
Listen to Channel 955 anytime. Free on the iHeart app.
Presented by Top Dog Law.
Top Dog get you top dollar. Go to topdoglaw.com. That's topdoglaw.com.
Hey, Tinsley, why don't we use EasyCater to order food for staff lunches?
Because my 46-page acronym system is so easy. I just have to salad, stay alert to late arriving deliveries, pie, put in expenses, and Google Pie. Go out and get everyone's preferences and allergy information.
That's supposed to be simple?
No, simple is Steve and Irma and Margie prefer lasagna and empanadas.
OMG.
No need to make work life more complicated. Just use EasyCater, the easy way to get food for work.
Ever sign up for a phone plan thinking, wow, great price, and then a few months later, it's like, surprise, your bills doubled? With Boost Mobile, you pay $25 a month forever. That's unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25 a month. No price hikes, no contracts. Plus, with Boost, you're on America's newest 5G network. Head to your local Boost store today and get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Camping is such an adventure. I love how there's a surprise around every corner. Except when I'm surprised with a sudden allergy attack. Luckily, I've got Claritin D to attack back. And I didn't even need a prescription for this.
Get fast, powerful relief from your worst symptoms, like nasal congestion. It's so fast, it starts working in as little as 30 minutes.
Now, I can enjoy sleeping under the stars instead of sneezing under them.
Claritin clears. Use as directed.
This summer is all about Big 3 basketball. Ice Cube's 3-on-3 League is back with superstar ballers like Dwight Howard, Michael Beasley, and more. Legendary coaches, big plays, musical guest performances. It's something you don't want to miss. Watch every weekend all summer long on CBS and Vice.
Injured? Everyone knows Call Sam will fight and win for you. Get the Bernstein advantage.
More Mojo in seconds.
Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you all about my guy, Stevie G at Zot Ford. The biggest thing I want to let you know is you have to hurry and take advantage of Zot Ford's incredible employee pricing for everyone, because when June ends, so does employee. I can't even talk. I'm so excited. This is why I'm excited. I'm taking advantage of the employee pricing. They've been talking about my car. That's why Mojo hitting that buzzer right now, but he don't know. I'm about to pull up in a Mustang. I'm getting a Mustang.
You are not getting a Mustang.
I'm getting a Mustang from Stevie G because, listen, it's employee pricing for everyone, and I'm taking full advantage of it. You can too at Zot Ford, but if you're not into Mustangs like I am, they got a 2025 F-150 Super Crew XLT. You can get that for less than $300 a month. They got the 25 Bronco 4-door Big Ben. We ain't talking about the little Ben, talking about the Big Ben, below $400 a month. Stevie G, Zot Ford. That's what you need to know.
I think what Stevie G needs to do is get the body shop ready to go, because you're going to drive that thing like a madman.
Zotford.com, SZOTTFORD.com, or check out Deals in the D, because that's what you get when you bang with Stevie G.
I hope that he's paying you a lot, because you're going to get more speeding tickets than ever with that car.
This report is sponsored by Hagopian Cleaning Services.
Partly sunny today and a high of 83 tomorrow. Some rain in the forecast and temps up near 90.
Hi, this is Ed Hagopian. Bright sun and longer days are great, but does the sunlight streaming in through your windows highlight your dirty carpet even more? Call 1-800-HAGOPIAN today. Expect the best. Expect the purple truck.
This hour of Mojo in the Morning is powered by the new electric instant games from the Michigan Lottery.
Live from the Planet Fitness Studios. Planet Fitness, we're all strong on this planet.
This hour on Channel 955, powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto accident attorneys. Visit autolaw.com.
That's autolaw.com.
WKQI Detroit, WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids, WVKS Toledo. 3 great stations, 1 stupid show. This is Mojo in the Morning, live.
Mojo in the Morning. I love the pics that we had up on our Instagram from Father's Day with the Father's Day stuff. I thought that was beautiful. It was nice to see all the dads that are being represented. I was flattered that Zachary chose to put a picture up of me. Exactly. It was very sweet to see that. That was a great photo too, by the way.
That is a great photo. What is that from?
That was
rooftop party?
That was a rooftop party.
Yeah.
And God, what the hell? Why am I brain farting? What's the guy's name that always brings the phone to the? Why am I brain farting?
Double D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in that they that phone is always in every picture with any like these celebrities that come out and stuff.
Yeah.
So he had it. I'm like, I got to get a picture of that. So that was
I
awesome.
can't even use the picture that I sent her to use.
I think you sent it later because I got it and Bianca got it.
What's the picture that you were going to send?
I sent her a picture of me, my dad, and Josiah.
Your dad's looking down.
Wait, why
from
did
the
you-
funeral? From the funeral. You said send it late.
What?
I said you sent it right in the chat. You was like, send the picture. I sent it right to you.
Yeah, but I was waiting until like 6 o'clock and you still didn't send me anything, so I found a picture off your Instagram because it was taking too long.
Okay, no, it wasn't 6 o'clock, but for story purposes, I guess that's smarter.
Go look and see what time you.
So she said send. I sent it an hour after she asked me to, but it wasn't 6 o'clock.
As soon as we sent ours, she posted. I know because I didn't get to see my dad till late last night, so the picture I have on there's from last year. But
for sure, it all works though.
I loved.
Thank you, Bianca.
I loved also the thing I kept seeing people posting and sharing, which was the Fathers Eat Free at Chick-fil-A.
Is that a real thing?
you sent it in our group chat, and I'm like, y'all, it's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
They're not open.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
I thought that was actually kind of funny. Those were some good ones.
Did you see what I did for Wes for one of his Father's Day gifts? Is I don't think I've ever gotten anybody a cameo, but he loves Love on the Spectrum. Great show, by the way, if you've never watched it. It's such a heartwarming show. And so I got one of the guys from Love on the Spectrum to do a Father's Day message for him.
Awesome.
I know.
Did you post it?
Wes posted it and tagged me, so I think I reposted it. Yesterday was kind of a blur. I think I did. Yeah, I did. It's on my Instagram.
By the way, that show is so good.
It is a great show.
If you want to feel good, watch that show because you cannot be unhappy watching that show.
So if you do watch it, I got him a message from Tyler the
Happy
Cowboy.
Father's Day, Wes. This is Tyler White from Love on the Spectrum, a.k.a. DJ Ty White. I hear that you're a great dad to Kieran and Samantha and a great stepdad to Lucy and Smith. I hear that that Father's Day is your favorite holiday and you love to coach track to your kids, and I hope this day is filled with lots of running, coaching track, and getting them ready for the next season. And I also hope a great season for y'all as well. Hope y'all win the state championship wherever you're at. And may this be the best Father's Day you've ever had, knowing that it's your favorite holiday. Happy Father's Day, Wes.
I love that he's reading it right off the card. It's so great.
Cute.
My wife posted some funny stuff on Father's Day. And one of my favorites was she said, Father's Day, when all day you see sappy posts about all your friends' husbands who they bitch about on a regular basis.
Thanks.
I love that. And then she wrote something for me yesterday that I thought was really very sweet. She wrote, Happy Father's Day to the best baby daddy out there. You're such an amazing role model to our boys. I know in this lifetime we can say that we got 3 things right. And then it said, please refer to my story. referring exactly to that story that she wrote. So that was sweet. It was cool. It was very good Father's Day. The weather was great. Finally we had good weather.
Oh, it was the best.
It was beautiful.
Day.
And you know what? I'm not mad to say that we get better weather than Mother's Day.
It is true.
Hey, I'm a fan of it.
Mother's Day is always a hit or miss. Father's Day always is a hit. We always get
To your
it.
point, like on the most recognized holidays, we're like 30th on the list, so at least we get weather out of
I
it.
know. We all have good stuff, so that was good. All right, it's Mojo in the Morning Show. Lydia, so is this about you? Because when we talk about are you the prize?
It's about both.
It's about both. Okay.
Okay, so Saturday, I went out with some friends of mine, and my best friend brought her boyfriend for the first time. This is her first boyfriend. She's 27, which I thought was kind of cool.
Why are you laughing like that, though, when you say that? Her first boyfriend when she's 27. I think that's fine.
We got to talk about that, too.
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm on like my 6th at 27. But I was
surprised.
I came for moral support and just to check out what kind of guy he is. And when we were having
You skipped right over that. Did you hear what he said?
No.
He said, you're on your 6th boyfriend. He's like, some prize, basically saying you're not a prize. You've gone through 6.
Whatever. I'm not even going to get into that with you. How many girls do you hang out with?
Keep going.
How many girls?
None. I've been celibate for a month.
No, that doesn't mean you don't hang out with them.
I thought you were going to get into it.
I'm going to get into it. So I was just getting to know him, and he was telling me about himself, and I was like, okay, well, I think that you're blessed to have my best friend. Like, she's awesome. And he was like, blessed? Me? I'm the one that's the prize here.
Was he joking when he said that?
No, and I was like, wait a minute. You think you're the prize? And he was like, absolutely I do. And it got me thinking about the time when I was dating a guy and I was telling him that I thought that I was the prize, and he also disagreed with me. And I'm thinking, what is this day and age that we're living in where men think that they're the prize? I think that females are the prize in the relationship.
Wait,
but
can't the guy?
Who says that?
Right.
Seriously.
A lot of
It was
people-
automatically
a lot
a
of
red
people-
flag to me.
But wait a second. Wait, stop for a second. Why can't both be the prize? Or why can't?
I agree
what's wrong
with you,
that?
but the way that he said it, he was like, no,
she's not the
her?
prize.
No, it's
Yeah.
me.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this. Chelsea put her money on a bad horse, and it came through in one race.
Seabiscuit.
I mean, she was definitely the prize. You should have seen us when we started dating. People would look like, what is she doing with that guy?
So I know, like, the Bible, if you want to go that route, they say, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So that's the way that goes.
Yeah.
I think men have been devalued over the course of history, though, to consistently put women in a position of being the prize. That cross effect makes men seem like they're less than anything, and to be walked on and like give your everything to the woman, bow down. So I think some of like a man saying, no, I'm the prize too, comes from that, because I had the same conversation when I was like 23, 24, where I was dealing with a girl and it wasn't going great. And her friend told her it's because he thinks he's the prize and not you. And I do think at times as men, we need to stand up, look ourselves in the mirror and realize we are the SH, but then also understand that women are the prize. I would say women are the prize for sure at the end of the day. But that don't mean I ain't nothing, though.
Well, you can look. No, you got to, as a guy, like this guy's problem was he's like, I'm the prize, not giving her any credit at all.
At all.
And I think as a good friend, Lydia called him out on it.
Yeah.
And I hope your friend felt like, does your friend feel like she's the prize?
Oh, absolutely, she
Good.
does. And she was like, I don't know what this guy's talking about.
But it take two.
Listen,
iron got a sharper iron.
If
You're right, Kev. The way that you explained it, you are correct. I do think that men do a lot for women, but at the end of the day, I think the woman, she takes the reign.
If
on
I had a daughter, I would raise my daughter the way that Chelsea's dad raised her. And that is that you are the prize and you deserve the best. And I would tell her that, but I would also tell her that, she should have equal the amount of respect for the person that she's going on the date with. Because there are probably girls that go out or women that go out with guys and they just walk all over them or think that they're the end all be all. And I think those people are unrealistic. They're very unrealistic in the thinking. They're putting themselves on too high of a pedestal for the guy to even reach. And I think that's going to cause for problems. They're going to go through 6 boyfriends by the time they're 20. How old are you again, Lydia? I'm just kidding.
Lydia.
I'm just kidding, man. Lydia's on the phone. She's screaming calls. She couldn't hear me on that one. Thank God. Kevin said it, Lydia. Ashton, what's up? It's Mojo in the Morning.
How you doing, guys? Good morning.
Good morning. What's happening? What are your thoughts?
I was just going to say, I think guys are the prize. Like, for how much women say that men aren't they aren't, aren't crap. I think when a woman finds a good man who's actually on his P's and Q's and doing everything he needs to do, he is the prize. Because I feel like there are more good women out here than there are good men.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to lie to you, Ashton. When I hear stories from all the women that work on this show about dating guys out there, I can tell when you got a good one because there's some bad guys out there. There are some guys that these women have gone on dates with that I cannot believe some of the crap that these guys pull. Like I'm embarrassed for my kind. You know what I mean? Kevin.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I do think
when you've heard stories from all of them, past and present, and you hear some of the things that guys try to pull.
All right, I think some of it is cause and effect. Like, we can't just look at the bad apples that are out there, because there's some women out here who aren't trying to find a good man. They trying to find somebody to buy their hair, they want to damn near a sugar daddy.
There's always going to be that. I see there was one of our former Mojo in the Morning show members went on a date one time where I said to her afterwards, you should call his mom and tell his mom that he did that. And if his mom thinks that that's okay, she raised an a-hole. What's up, Thomas?
Hey, so I just wanted to quick finish that verse that you mentioned. So Proverbs 18:22, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord. So not preaching, but I definitely feel like women are the favor that men find, when we find a wife.
So women are the prize, then, you're saying?
Absolutely. I know my wife is. I'm legally blind from diabetic complications, and it didn't start until a couple years into our marriage, and the fact that she's still with me.
That's
after
beautiful.
all that, when I
And
couldn't
it's
even
beautiful.
change
It's
nursing
beautiful
homes.
that you say that about her, Thomas.
Yeah.
To me, it's when somebody says that about themselves where I go,
yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. No, that's giving little D energy.
Thomas.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, blind Thomas on with us right now. I have to ask you this question. Do you think there are times where your wife pretends like she got all dressed up for you, but she doesn't really because you're blind?
I'm sorry for him.
Oh, but you know what? It's okay because the clothes have to come off.
And that's my question. I know you can't see her, but how she feel?
Oh, no complaints yet.
Thanks, Thomas. I appreciate you, buddy.
You too.
Take care of yourself. What's up, Celeste? How are you?
Hi, good. Good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
So I wanted to say for Lydia's friend, the man that she's dating, for him to make that comment and think that he is the prize, I wonder if that same macho energy would be present if Lydia's friend were to get all of his guy friends together and get down on one knee and propose to him.
Oh, what do you think would happen? What does your gut tell you?
I think he would be a little embarrassed, like, I'm supposed to do that.
Yeah. So
I feel like a guy would feel demasculined if
Yeah.
a woman did that.
Yeah, you're demasculating him by doing that. It's interesting.
Yeah.
So here, I'm going to ask you this question, Celeste. How many
Sure.
have you dated a lot, or are you in a relationship?
I'm married for 10 years.
Okay. And when you guys started together and you guys got together, did you
Mm-hmm.
feel like there was one of you that was more like the, I don't know, prize of the relationship?
Yeah, we still argue about it now. I definitely think that I was the prize because my husband was not the greatest person when we first got together.
Okay.
But since he's changed and evolved, he's like, you definitely got a good one because I grew up.
What changed and evolved him?
I think it was just life, growing up and realizing there's responsibility because he's from New York. So he stayed with his parents for a long time. And once he got the apartment and had bills, he started becoming a man.
But don't discount you. Don't discount what your involvement with him made him do. We are definitely a part of our, we become part of who we are with. And I think that there's a lot of times where people make us better. And I think that you probably made him a better person. And so you are the prize. You are seriously, you are the prize. And I bet you if you asked him today, he wouldn't just say he grew up, but he also grew with you. Because I think that's a thing. My wife and I have been married together for a lot of times. I didn't deserve her. Honestly, I don't think she deserved me, but we deserved each other.
Sure.
So when we have these conversations about the fact that I don't think our marriage is the greatest marriage, but I think that we have made a family that is a great family. And it's as weird as that sounds, I think that together makes it great. And I look at Lydia and I think with her friend, it's good to have a friend like Lydia that's going to stand up for a friend like that. Because there's a lot of friends that wouldn't do that. They wouldn't step in and say that. Like Lydia is a good friend to have.
Oh, hell no, that's my girl.
Yeah. What's up, Roche? Or Donald? Hi, Donald.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, I was just saying I was A+ Lydia, by the way. Good job. But it's so much easier to be in a gay relationship because we always both realize we're the prize.
Ain't that the truth? By the way, is this weird to say this, Donald? But there are many times where, as a man, I thought, what would it be like to be gay? And I sit there and I think to myself,
Mojo gay, though.
No,
you
I'm
are
just saying.
You low-key gay inside.
No,
Here's the deal, though. We had to get to that point, because we had to do the whole coming out thing.
Yeah.
We had to get to the point where we were confident enough that we are the prize.
Donald, question for you. Whenever you and your boyfriend or husband, whatever, when you guys are going to have sex, you can't say, it's that time of the month. You know what I mean? Or you can't say
That's true.
you can't say I have a
You
headache.
got to prep though.
Like you can't.
My God.
Right. Well, okay, you got to prep. All right. I'm just wondering about that. All right.
I mean, you're always in the mood, so it's all
Yeah,
good.
exactly. I mean, come on, Kevin, imagine that.
No.
Would you want to try it for a little bit?
Listen, bro. You have your conversation. I'm good.
I'm just asking. All right.
Mojo's Summer of Cars, Cash, and Gas is driven by Gordon Chevrolet in Garden City. Your chance to win happens in minutes on Mojo in the Morning.
Channel 955. It's Mojo in the Morning's Motor City Traffic.
923, 68 degrees already, getting up to 81 today. We are going to see some sunshine mixed with clouds out on the streets this morning. We've had a lot of accidents to watch out for. There is one right now on the right shoulder, westbound 696, just east of the Orchard Lake exit. Telegraph at King, you still got an accident there. Orchard Lake closed both directions between 12 and 13 Mile for some sewer work. That's through June 23rd, and some slow traffic, M14 eastbound between Beck and 275. That's your Channel 955 traffic on Mojo in the Morning.
Channel 955.
An iHeart radio station. This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Hey, got to shout out to our friends at Gordon Chevrolet, Mike, and the entire team over there. Voted best of the best by the Detroit Free Press. And at Gordon Chevrolet, it's not just a summer of cars, cash, and gas on our radio show, but it's also a summer of cars, cash, and gas in the dealership where you can get into a 2025 Equinox EV for as low as $196 a month, or a 2025 Silverado LT for $289 a month. They're giving you a great selection of vehicles. And if you go into Gordon Chevrolet, like I was talking last hour to our winner, I said, hey, trade up. There might be a car that you think is more affordable than others, but they've got cars there that they can get you in that are dream cars that you have. If you're somebody that has, thought to yourself, you know what, I would always like to drive an Equinox, or I was wondering, what can I do to get into a Trailblazer? They'll get you into them. Gordon Chevrolet, Ford Road, West of Merriman, in Garden City. Gordon Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Looking for a new water heater? AJ Danboys is offering $100 off your installation. Our trusted team has you covered with fast and reliable service. Visit ajdanboys.com today. Hurry, this offer is for a limited time only. Cannot be combined with other offers.
Who's ready for the most basketball action of the summer? Ice Cube's Big Three is back. The hottest 3-on-3 basketball league in the world. See superstar ballers like Dwight Howard, Michael Beasley, Jordan Crawford, and more. Legendary coaches, Hall of Famers, big plays, and musical guest performances. It's something you don't want to miss. It's basketball the way it's meant to be played. Big Three basketball. Watch every weekend, all summer long on CBS and Vice.
Listen to Channel 955 anytime. Free on the iHeart app.
Presented by Top Dog Law. Top Dog get you top dollar. Go to TopDogLaw.com. That's TopDogLaw.com.
Summer is here, and BetMGM Casino is bringing you the hottest online casino experience. Heat things up with a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 on the house using bonus code WKQIFM at sign-up. Play your favorite games like blackjack and roulette with a live dealer, or check out our exclusive slots like MGM Grand Millions and the Wizard of Oz. The thrills of BetMGM Casino are always available right from the palm of your hand. Download the BetMGM Casino app today and get a piece of the action. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly and offer resources to help you make appropriate choices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER for confidential help. Must be 21 plus, Michigan only. Please gamble responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable site credit bonus bets unless otherwise provided in the applicable terms. Rewards subject to expiry.
The Jeep brand has always stood for American freedom. And now we're standing with you with Employee Pricing Plus. Hurry into your Jeep brand dealer for details today and join the family. Jeep, there's only one. Offer valid on select 2024 and 2025 Jeep brand vehicles for non-FCA employees and retirees. $200 admin fee applies. Not all buyers will qualify. Restrictions apply. Does not apply to leases. Ends 6/30/25. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
When it's time to pop the question, and listen, this is a big question, right? It needs to be perfect. And, well, speaking of perfect, the perfect ring is at Lucido Fine Jewelry. Browse their incredible collection of engagement rings and make your love story unforgettable. It's where I'd go to find something truly special. Visit Lucido Fine Jewelry in Sterling Heights, Birmingham, or Rochester. Or shop online at lucidojewelry.com.
This is injury attorney David Feminenio. After an auto, truck, or motorcycle accident, your job should be to rest and heal. My job is to fight for the money you deserve. I won't let the insurance company pay 1 cent less than you're entitled to. You deserve better, and I'll make sure you get it. Call me at 855-65-CRASH or go to my website, getdavidgetpaid.com. Together, we'll get you the compensation you deserve.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
One thing I absolutely love about Chipotle is I know whenever I walk in, I know I'm going to get a fresh, tasty meal. Hey, it's Jed from The Joe Show, and I had the unique experience of being able to go behind the counter at Chipotle. I was able to make the guac from scratch. I was able to make the fajitas from scratch, and it gave me peace of mind knowing that Chipotle really does use fresh, real ingredients that are absolutely tasty. It's delicious food that's going to have you feel good about eating it. Visit your Chipotle restaurant or order in the Chipotle app or head over to Chipotle.com.
Now is the time to hit the road in style with a deal from Moran Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 selling Chevrolet dealership for 2024. Time to go electric? Hit the road and skip the pump with a 2025 Blazer EV. Lease it now for just $199 a month with 0 down on a 24-month low-mileage lease. Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period. Gratiot, north of 15 Mile in Clinton Township. Shop online at MoranExpress.com or stop in today. Moran Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
It's the trial that's captivating the nation.
Who the were we working for?
Now, join veteran journalist and Diddy's former platinum-selling protege as they discuss, debate, and dissect every key detail of the proceedings.
You don't do that when you know what you're doing is legal.
Amy Roback and TJ Holmes present Aubrey O'Day, covering the Diddy trial.
Everything is showing intimidation. Everything is showing coercion.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Diddy, and listen to the exclusive coverage now.
Injured? Call 1-800-CALL-SAM because we're Michigan's most experienced personal injury law firm.
More Mojo in seconds.
All right, you got a little bit of time left. Wallside Windows 81 months no interest deal has been extended through June 30th. So if you need a window or you need a couple windows, maybe a house full of windows, take advantage of this deal and use Michigan's very own Wallside. You get all of this. 81 months, no interest, no down payment, or an extra 15% off for cash, plus half off every window. It is a Wallside exclusive, but only through June 30th. Take advantage at wallside.com.
This hour of Mojo in the Morning is powered by Goldman and Associates Law Firm.
Thanks for listening to Channel 955 on our free iHeartRadio app. And for all your music, radio, and podcasts, search for Mojo in the Morning on our free iHeartRadio app. And listen to the show, podcast, anytime, anywhere. Free never sounded so good.
Live from the Planet Fitness Studios. Planet Fitness, judgment-free and just $15 a month.
Waking up in the middle of the night sucks. Scrolling until you hear the birds start chirping outside is even worse.
This is Mojo in the Morning.
I felt like that was me last night. All right, we're going to do a contest here in just a little bit after we get done with the dirty and our summer cars, cash, and gas called Mojo in the Morning, Who's Your Daddy? You're going to have to guess which Mojo in the Morning Show member, me or Kev, was the dad that we're talking about in a little contest. But we'll play after we get done with this contest. Win a brand new car or $20,000 cash. It is our summer of cars, cash, and gas. Call 844-665-6866. 6548. That's 844 Mojo Live. You should program this in your phone if you haven't already. Just like you should program us with the iHeartRadio app to be able to pull us up and preset us, have our station on there, have our Mojo podcast, our More Mojo podcast, our We Don't podcast, the Mojo We Don't podcast. If you have this done, then you don't have to like sit there and dial up numbers and stuff. So 844 Mojo Live, 95th caller, Summer Cars, Cash, and Gas.
Mojo in the mornings, Dirty on the 30.
All right, Shannon, what is happening in the Dirty on the 30s?
Well, Amazon boss Jeff Bezos and his fiancée Lauren Sanchez are expected to get married over this big 3-day celebration in Italy at the end of the month. CNN is reporting that the wedding may take place on their $500 million yacht. The guest list being kept very, very quiet, although I think I heard Ivanka Trump's name being floated around. She's for sure going to be there.
Where's Ivanka Trump been?
Ivanka?
Ivanka. Where's she's the
chilling, enjoying her billion.
Is she just like she's staying away from like all the stuff? Like remember last?
Yeah, she was very much in the
4
spotlight.
years?
And she's a lot quieter this time around. But the people of Venice, as in Venice, Italy, not happy about the rumors that this is where the wedding's happening. They don't want them there. They don't want the city to host a billionaire's wedding, to the point that they are protesting. And the reason is organizers say the city should be paying more attention to issues like rising housing costs and low wages instead of putting on this big spectacle of a party, right?
Yeah.
So there's a group called No Space for Bezos, and over the weekend, they held protest after protest. They were protesting in town squares. There were speeches, tons and tons of people there. There were posters and writing on the ground, Bezos with the big X through it. So this is the thing right now. But
I had heard that Italy in general doesn't want the Americans coming there because the Americans, as much as their number one industry is tourism over there, that the Americans are coming over there and they're causing for it to raise all the prices of them just going to eat at restaurants because the restaurants are jacking up prices to try to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
They shouldn't blame tourism or tourists or even Jeff Bezos. Blame the business owners that are jacking up the prices and causing it to be problems for them. I guess there's an issue as far as housing is concerned there, because a lot of people are taking their homes and instead of renting them out yearly, they're doing Airbnbs and making so much money doing it that way. They're making more money in a weekend.
Smart.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's
I wonder if the city of Venice would ever put a cap on that. Like, I know there are cities up north, I think Harbor Springs, Petoskey among them, where you can't just necessarily purchase a property there now and say, I'm going to Airbnb it. Like, they've put a cap on how many, the percentage of the homes that can be listed on Airbnb there are. And I wonder if it's something like they're going to have to move towards that.
And a lot of communities are doing this in Florida, where if you are going to rent your place, you cannot rent it for less than a month. You can't rent it weekly because it's causing for people to go in there and treat it not like it's theirs, treat it like it's an Airbnb and destroy the place.
It's a big story over the weekend, and late last night, an update. The gunman accused of shooting those 2 Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota has been arrested and taken into custody.
Overnight, authorities capturing Vance Bolter, the man accused of shooting 2 Minnesota lawmakers and their spouses, killing 2 and wounding 2 others.
Law enforcement involved in a complex and dangerous manhunt. Spent Father's Day away from their families to deliver justice for Melissa and Mark Hortman and their children who spent this Father's Day alone.
Authorities arresting the 57-year-old near his farm in the city of Green Isle, finding Bolter with the help of drones and helicopters, saying he was armed but was taken into custody without incident.
The suspect crawled to law enforcement teams and was placed under arrest at that point in time.
Court records show a child of 2 of the victims, State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette, called police to report a shooting at their home around 2 a.m. Saturday. Police were then proactively dispatched to the home of former Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman. That's where they encountered the masked suspect fleeing the scene after fatally shooting Hortman and her husband. The suspect forced to abandon this SUV resembling a patrol car.
If that had not happened, I have every confidence that this would have continued throughout the day.
So far, no motive has been released. His friend and roommate says Bolter recently faced financial struggles while trying to realize his dream of owning a private security company and texted him Saturday that he had made some choices and might be dead soon.
Just that's a crazy right-winger gone nuts, and you know, that was all he is, you know. It just bothers me that's his legacy. But I knew him all my life. He wasn't that guy, you know.
Bolter spent time as a preacher, his roommate saying he became less cheerful after a missionary trip to Africa in 2023. Police now reviewing a list of potential targets they say the suspect left behind, including the names of many Democratic lawmakers and abortion rights advocates, along with addresses. Police also say they found at least 3 AK-47 rifles, along with a ballistic vest, a mask, and a police-style badge.
It's scary that he's posing as a cop, and you're going to your door, and you're a political, lawmaker that's thinking the police are there, and this is happening a lot where they're getting swatted, like the people are calling the police and saying go to this residence, and
nothing is really wrong.
And I think these lawmakers probably thought it was a swatting situation, but it's crazy that he had so many more on that list that he was going to try to go to.
Justin Bieber having a heated 11-minute confrontation with the paparazzi again over the weekend, this time outside of the very famous Soho House in Malibu. He was begging them to back off. He just wanted some privacy.
You think this is a game?
No, we're working, man.
Exactly. At the expense of another human. And now you're laughing because you know it's true.
Why didn't he just leave? Like, why didn't he just keep...
Because he's tired of them following him. It's not clocking to you. I'm standing on business.
I mean, we saw him do this, we've every couple of months, I feel like he does this with the paparazzi.
Don't go to someone you don't know and you stick a camera in their face. You don't do that. You don't do that.
When you're a celebrity. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I'm a celebrity or not. It doesn't matter if I'm a public figure.
Just posted this big thing on Instagram. People keep telling me to heal. Don't you think if I could have fixed myself, I would have already? I know I'm broken. I know I have anger issues. I've tried to do the work my whole life to be like the people who told me I needed to be fixed like them, and it just keeps making me more tired and more angry. The harder I try to grow, the more focused on myself I am. He said, honestly, I'm exhausted with thinking about myself lately. Aren't you?
Is he sending it to just people
this
in
is like
general?
a reel
or?
on his Instagram.
I thought he was having issues with Haley, and they were getting...
Well, there's so many rumors about stuff going on between the two of them.
I'm a father, I'm a dad. I understand that. And you guys are on private property in front of my car.
I understand.
No, you don't understand, or else you wouldn't be here.
I wish he'd come out with more music. I kind of miss
Supposedly he was
music.
working on a new album this year. I don't know if that's still happening.
That last song that he put out was Ghost, right? That was the song? That was
that whole album was so good.
That was a great song.
Whole album was good. And lastly, have you been to a Michael's store lately?
No.
It's Halloween time at Michael's. They've got 4th of July.
It's too early.
And they started to put out their Halloween stuff. And it's strategic. They're hoping that Summerween, as they're calling it, will lure shoppers into the stores during a traditionally slow season.
Really?
So they're hoping that people will buy all of their Halloween decorations and stuff before back-to-school costs eat into consumer budgets. So, I don't know.
Are people thinking of Halloween right now?
No.
I low-key, I'm starting, not from a decorative standpoint, but I want to go another level with my costume this year. I killed it with Laura Farquaad last year. I gotta double up this year.
I gotta get through tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about October right now. For all of today's Dirty Catch-Up on everything you
Are
missed.
you wearing costumes at night for Wes? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm saying I need to get through Monday.
I was wondering.
June, whatever today is, before I even start thinking about October.
I thought you were talking
crazy
about
to me.
costumes and stuff.
Catch up by checking out the podcast on the free iHeartRadio app.
Get more dirt at Mojo in the Morning on social media.
The latest craze.
It's Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
If you think of a Halloween costume now, by the time it's Halloween, it's going to be over with. Nobody's even going to be thinking about it.
That's not how I think.
I still think that we should do like a knockoff of all the celebrities in trouble. I'll be Harvey Weinstein and you be Diddy.
No, I'm not doing that.
Come on.
That's not funny
I
to
am
me.
not friends with you.
No?
If you do that.
I ain't doing that.
Come on.
No, I like
gotta
Laura
shock
Farquaad was
people
so
at Halloween.
over the. I like
Lord Farquaad.
That was fire, bro.
Lord Farquaad, Lord Schmarquaad. What's going on?
You gonna be the Pope again?
Hey, look what happened. The Pope became American.
It's all because of you.
It was all you in your costume.
Yep. Mark, you're a winner. Congratulations.
Yeah,
to
Mark.
you, Mark.
Thank you.
Mark, we're going to get you into a new car, a 2025 loaded Chevy Trax. What kind of car are you driving?
An 07 GMC Sierra with over 300,000 miles.
Oh, that's right, baby.
God, man.
That's
300,000.
right.
By the way, that's a commercial for a Sierra. That thing can go 300,000 miles.
That's great.
That's pretty awesome. Congratulations to you. You're now qualified. We'll get you some gas, too, okay?
All right. I appreciate it.
Hey, we appreciate you for listening. You hang on the phone for just 1 second, all right? All right. So there are two members of the show that are dads that we know of. And I joke with Zach, but would it not surprise you if all of a sudden a kid walked in and he looked just like Zach one day? Hi, I'm here to see my dad. He's got basically a little kid suitcase, like a Cars suitcase, and he comes rolling in.
Some coloring books under his arm.
My mom dropped me off at the front door and said that my dad works here at the station. I'd be like, who's your dad? His name is Zach Martin. Like, how did you guys meet? Or how did you and your mom and him meet? At a rooftop party at the Godfrey Hotel.
Thanks. No, that's right, Zach.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
It would be believable.
And I would say, come on in, kid. He's in production room number 95. If you want to guess who's the daddy to win a prize, I don't even know if we have any prizes around here.
We can find something.
Can we have the security guards go steal some prizes for us over there in the corner, and we can get something good for him?
Did he get
Why
fired?
would you say that?
That guy got fired.
It's like the junk drawer.
I don't think we said that.
Did he get fired?
844 Mojo Live. Call us up now to play Who's Your Daddy next.
Be part of the show. 844 Mojo Live. 844-665-6548.
This is Mojo in the Morning.
Channel 955.
It's Mojo in the Morning's Motor City Traffic.
944, 67 outside, clouds mixed with sunshine, a high of 81 today. Out on the streets at the moment, Telegraph at King Road, an accident now in the clearing stages, westbound 696 just east of Orchard Lake Road. You've got an accident blocking the right shoulder, some moving roadwork in the right lane. 94 westbound between Connor and 75, that's scheduled for the next 15 or 20 minutes. Also this morning, some slow traffic, 94 eastbound between Trumbull and 75. That's your Channel 955 traffic on Mojo in the Morning.
Channel 955.
An iHeartRadio station.
This report is sponsored by Vital Strategies. Opioid overdoses can happen to anyone, anytime. But with naloxone, you have the power to save a life. It's easy to use, safe, free, and available near you. No questions asked. Be ready. Carry naloxone. Learn more at youcansavelives.org.
Hey, want to live in Ann Arbor? These are rentals, okay? So this is not, you're buying a home or anything like this. This is actually your personal home, but you're renting. You got to check out Woodview Commons. I was mentioning they have traditional apartment-style living, 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, but they also have these great concepts that are townhomes and also ranch-style residences that back up to this real beautiful woodlands area. They have great amenities, including a sparkling pool, cutting-edge fitness center, pickleball courts, and the most dog-friendly and pet-friendly on-site area where you got a grooming spa right on site. Imagine yourself living in Ann Arbor and living with a ton of amenities to go with all the rent that you're paying every single month. If you're living in an apartment or a house right now, get out of it and get to FHSliving.com. FHSliving.com and check out what they've got to offer you.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there.
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Featuring
Tate McRae. Ed Sheeran. Lil Wayne. Jelly Roll. I'm not okay. Maroon 5. Mariah Carey. Glorilla. And more.
15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Never seen before collaborations and once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe.
Music brings us together.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Go to AXS.com to get your tickets today. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
When it comes to restoring cars, Diego's got skills. And with Total Wireless in his corner, the whole world sees them. With the dual camera system on his new iPhone 13, he can take amazing car photos and post them on the fly with super fast 5G, and even turn this hobby into a full-time gig. His claim to fame? Claiming iPhone 13 with 5G on us. Get iPhone 13 with 5G on us when you switch to the Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan. Total Wireless, in your corner. For limited time while supplies last. Valid in store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires port in and ID verification. Restrictions apply.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Okay, if Father's Day was tough for you yesterday because you've been dreaming about being a dad for your entire life, Mother's Day the month before, and that's tough for a lot of moms who are struggling with infertility. If this is your story right now, I just want to tell you not to lose hope. Dr. Shama and the team at IVF Michigan, this is what they do. They meet future moms and dads, hopefully, who have been struggling with trying to get pregnant, and they go in and they figure out what's going on, and they come up with a plan to help you start your beautiful family and have that baby you've always dreamed of. We have heard from Mojo in the Morning listeners during our Mojo Gives You a Baby contest who have been trying for years, some upwards of a decade. They've tried everything else. They've even tried IVF elsewhere. And then they go see Dr. Shama and his team, and those miracles happen. We call him a miracle worker exactly for that reason. IVF-MI.com is where you can get some more information and schedule a complimentary consultation. IVF-MI.com. IVF Michigan, where families begin.
Thinking about buying or selling a home, but worried it's going to take all the fun out of summer? Don't sweat it. RE/MAX agents are voted the #1 most trusted real estate agents in the U.S. and have the knowledge and expertise to help you find your dream home or sell your current home so you can focus on sunshine and not the stress. Whether you're making a move or finding your forever home, trust RE/MAX to get the job done. Visit RE/MAX.com to search for homes or an agent near you. RE/MAX voted the #1 most trusted real estate agency brand by American shoppers based on the 2024 BrandSpark American Trust Study. Each office independently owned and operated.
We're Michigan slip and fall lawyers, and we fight negligence. Negligence that leads to needless injuries. Michigan Slip and Fall Lawyers has handled hundreds of slip and fall cases. Contact us now at falllaw.com and get your free consultation. That's falllaw.com.
This is Secret Clinical dominating extra stinky stress sweat. And this is regular deodorant. Secret Clinical in a heat wave. Oh, what a beautiful day. This is regular deodorant. Ugh, I can't. Secret Clinical with workout sweat. Let's run another marathon. And regular deodorant. How much more? Secret is the GOAT because nothing fights sweat better. Stay fresher under pressure.
Ever sign up for a phone plan thinking, wow, great price, and then a few months later, it's like, surprise, your bills doubled? With Boost Mobile, you pay $25 a month forever. That's unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25 a month. No price hikes, no contracts. Plus, with Boost, you're on America's newest 5G network. Head to your local Boost store today and get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
California Closets just custom designed Chloe's home office / guest room. Now she has a spacious desk with built-in charging for devices. Sleek wood cabinets conceal a queen-size Murphy bed for guests, and drawers deep enough to hide clean sheets and a printer. Now her spare room is perfect for work days and weekend visits. California Closets makes space for what belongs. We did it for Chloe, and we can do it for you. Schedule your free design consultation now at 800-CAL-CLOSETS or CaliforniaClosets.com.
This hour is sponsored by Sam Bernstein Law.
Injured? Everyone knows Call Sam will fight and win for you. Get the Bernstein advantage.
More Mojo in seconds.
Don't let the heat ruin your summer. Keep your house cool, comfortable, and save energy with simple tips. Install blinds or shades to block out the sun. Add caulk or weather stripping to seal air leaks around your doors or windows. Upgrade your insulation to improve energy efficiency and get rebates with DTE Energy. You can save up to 10% off your yearly energy bill. Save and keep yourself cool all summer long when you visit DTEenergy.com/save energy.
This report is sponsored by Michigan State University Federal Credit Union.
Partly sunny today and a high of 83 tomorrow. Some rain in the forecast and temps up near 90.
At MSU FCU, you can get behind the wheel now and make no payments for 90 days. And with low rates and easy financing, your next adventure is closer than you think. The best part? If you live in Michigan, you can be a member. Apply today at msufcu.org/auto loan.
Father's Day, the most confusing day in the hood.
You tell me.
Happy Father's Day.
Who is your daddy?
And what does he do? This is Mojo in the Morning.
Hey, welcome to a little game show that we like to call Who's Your Daddy? Here on the Mojo in the Morning show. We are giving you a chance to win surprises here just by playing a contest where you have to guess if it is Mojo or Kev as the daddy that we're talking about. Should I put a few people on the phone line here, and then whoever gets it right, Lydia, will be the winner? Or what are your thoughts? Should I do that?
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Okay.
Is it a call out your name situation if you know who it is?
Yes, exactly. So please welcome our contestants here. Contestant number 1 from Muskegon, Mark, is on the phone with us.
Let's get it.
Contestant number 2 from Roseville, Liz, is on with us. Hi, Liz.
This is the Mojo in the Morning show.
Okay. Yes. And contestant number 3, last but not least, Toya from Detroit. Hello, Toya.
Hello.
Nice to have you guys on. Are you guys ready for Who's Your Daddy?
Let's go.
All right. Here we go. Real quick, your name is your buzzer. So scream out your name when you know the answer to the daddy. And then you got to tell Shannon, the game show host, who the daddy is. Okay? Are you ready?
Ready.
Ready? Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody scream out their name if they know what their name is.
Can I get my music? Game show
Go.
music?
Yes.
Okay.
Liz.
Here.
No.
No.
Yeah, I'm just telling them to scream their names out right now, just so they can practice. All right, ready? Here you go, Shannon.
Hopefully you know your name. All right, here we go. Question number 1. This dad performed the Heimlich on his son's best buddy when he was choking on a hot dog.
Liz, who's that?
Mojo.
That is Mojo, you say?
It is Mojo.
You are the father.
Yay! Should we just give Liz a prize, or should I move to 3 more contestants, or should I let, okay, that's what we'll do. Liz, hang on the phone for a second, okay?
Okay.
Hold on the phone for a second.
So you did that?
I did that.
You actually know how to do that.
Ben West. I performed the Heimlich maneuver on, by the way, you can still call
I
up.
would know how to do that.
Ben West is his name, and Ben West was choking on a hot dog. The interesting thing, though, was Ben's dad, Jim, told Chelsea and I specifically, do not give him hot dogs.
Stop it. Did that thing fly right out of his mouth so fast when it came out?
Not fast enough. Let's just put it that way. I thought the kid was going to die right in front of our eyes. All right, 3 new contestants. Let's meet 3 new contestants. Tara from Muskegon. Hello, Tara.
Let's go, guys. Let's get it.
Dominic from Lake Orion. Hello, Dominic.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. And Jason from New Jersey on the iHeartRadio app. How are you, Jason?
Jason.
Jason? Jason, do you guys...
Hello.
There we go.
Aren't you guys in Jersey?
First time, long time.
Hey, Jason on the phone. In Jersey, do they teach you guys how to talk on phones?
They try to, but we never listen.
The other end of the phone. All right. And by the way, we're looking for more contestants right now. Three new contestants. Shannon, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. It's time now for Who's Your Daddy?
Here we go. This dad tricked his son into believing that you could turn a potato. I got to finish it.
She said her name.
I know who it is already, though.
Well, I want to tell the story.
Finish it.
Okay.
Tricked his son into believing that you could turn a potato into Mr. Potato Head.
Dominic.
Tara. Well, no, Tara already called her name out. Tara, go ahead.
Okay.
Who is that, Kev?
You thought that was Cav?
It is Kev.
That's right.
You are the father.
Yes. Tell us the story, Kev.
I mean, when we were younger, Toy Story was a big thing. I was trying to get Josiah to be a fan of, and I took a real life potato, threw it in the oven, and said, I'm going to make a Mr. Potato Head. He didn't realize that I just had a toy one. And I told him that maybe 3 weeks ago. He was like, are you serious? Like, he didn't realize it until like a month ago.
Oh, my God. Tara, we're going to keep you on the line. We're going to also add Liz from Roseville back. She was our winner in the first round. And we're going to see if Rachel can beat both of you guys. Rachel, are you there?
Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
How are you? Liz, you're also there too, right?
Yes, I am.
All right. And Tara, you stayed on the line with us. Next, who's your daddy?
Okay, here we go. This dad's child was playing on the floor, took his eyes off of this little one for 1 second, and when dad looked again, he was covered head to toe in lotion.
Tara. Rachel.
Tara is the first one. Tara, who is it?
I'm going to say it's you, Mojo.
You're going to say it's me?
Oh, you're wrong.
No, you're wrong.
It was Kev.
It was me.
Yes, it was Kev.
Dog, I'm telling you, he was on the floor. I was in a recliner.
Yeah.
I literally took my eyes off for 5 seconds looking at the TV, or maybe I fall asleep. I don't know which one it was. I looked down. It was lotion all over the floor, in his eyes, in his head. It was everywhere.
Man, can I ask
I
you
was watching the Pistons.
Yes, probably. Or some kind of basketball. Quick question for you, Kevin. Was it Diddy lotion?
I knew that was going to come up. I knew it when I read that one.
You out of control.
All right, three new contestants. Let's welcome here to the show. Huh? What is he doing? He's just like screaming out names. Yeah. Hold on a second. George.
Shut up, George.
George.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, there we go.
George, there you go. George is contestant number 1. Toya is contestant number 2. Hello, Toya. Hi.
Hello.
And Christina is contestant number 3.
Okay, this is a hard one because I feel like this would be both of you.
Really?
Could be both of you.
All right, here we go.
This dad almost missed the birth of his child because he left during labor to take a shower.
Toya. Who is it, Toya?
Kevin.
You say Kevin on that one?
Yeah, that's what I said.
No.
No, it's not Kevin. No.
That's Mojo.
I pushed the wrong button. No, it is me. It is me. Really.
Which kid was that? Which son?
That was our firstborn child, Joe. Chelsea was in 36 plus hours of labor. Sheesh. And the baby just was not coming out. So I said to Chelsea's dad, let's go home and freshen up before that baby was born.
You took her dad too?
And I took her dad.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And Chelsea is not forgiving me for that because I almost did not make it. I actually was getting, and this was interesting. I was getting phone calls from the doctor. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. They were telling me the other kids in the area were okay. He didn't know it was me calling up asking if everything was okay. And I drove 35 minutes from the hospital to go home.
Bro, that's insane.
Man.
While she's sitting there in pain.
Crazy. What were some of the other ones? Because I want to play this contest.
Okay, so this dad lost his son at Cedar Point and didn't find him for nearly an hour.
Who was that?
That was Mojo.
That was me.
Yeah. This dad was on an airplane, got a call from school telling him that his child was still at school and it was 6 p.m.
Who was that?
That was Kevin.
That was me.
Erwin,
I was
the second.
so pissed.
You were pissed at who?
His mama.
You are the father.
You were pissed at were you supposed to be the one picking him up?
That's what she said.
So the answer is yes. And then the last one was this dad had his son pee in a bottle at the movies so that they could sneak into another theater.
That's a Kevin one.
That's a Kevin one. That's an easy one. That's why I didn't read that one.
WPQI Detroit, WSNX Muskegon, Grand Rapids, WVKS Toledo. 3 great stations, 1 stupid show. This is Mojo in the Morning, live.
All right, it is Mojo in the Morning. So this is a funny one. We've had a topic on our topic board to be as our last topic of the morning for the last, and I've counted this now, 6 days. So there's been 6 days that this topic was supposed to air. And the topic was always on here. So we have a little show sheet. And it's got all the topics from today, all the things we do like War of the Roses, the Second Date Update, 5 Lies, Throwback, Throwdown, and more. It's even got things on there like what contests we're doing, cars and cash and, concert tickets. And this topic has been on here. And the topic has been Shannon, sex in the closet.
And there comes a point, I told Lydia this morning, she's like, I have your topic again at the end of the show. I said, just throw it out at this point. Get rid of it.
At some point when you have this, you start thinking, is this going to be the bit? Like, is it going to be like how Jimmy Kimmel back in the day used to do, Matt Damon was supposed to be on the show today, but he's not going to be on the show. Sex.
You're talking about sex.
In the closet. Why? Okay, explain to me why you would have sex in a closet.
So sometimes when there is available time in the day and Wes and I both find ourselves home, it's kind of a little treat because it does not happen very often. We're both, out doing different things throughout the day. So this was, I don't even remember how long ago this was, a week ago. And it was a Friday and we both found ourselves home at the same time. Well, the problem was Wes's son, my stepson, who just graduated, was home as well. So we were both kind of horny and wanted to have sex, but we're like, well, Kieran's here. We're not, that's kind of awkward. Like, we got to figure this out. So Wes went downstairs and told him that he was going to take a shower, came back upstairs. He turned the shower on. I don't know why we went in the closet and not in the bathroom. I think just because the closet has a carpeted floor and the bathroom does not. And we baked cookies in the closet. And so that's my question is, what was your desperate for sex situation solution? I can't concentrate when you do that.
I'm sorry.
Where'd you have to do it just to, I want to say get it in, but literally and figuratively.
I find it interesting that you guys have to go in the closet for it because he's down in the basement, though.
But he will wander, and he's the one that will come up and walk into the room without any knocking, any sort of given.
Did you not?
We don't have locks on any doors in the house except for one bathroom downstairs has a lock, and it doesn't even work.
Because I'm surprised that that's something that Wes hasn't switched in that house.
Me too.
Because that I think locks on doors are very important to have. I think you have to have them.
Really?
Yes, I do. My kids, because here's the thing with my kids. And Chelsea was showering yesterday, and she had the doors closed to the bathroom, and I was going to jump in the shower right after her. And she said, Luke just came home. Make sure that door is locked. My kids will walk in through closed doors.
See, that's what he does as well. That's what Kieran does as well. And even I told Wes, I'm like, risky to even say you were taking a shower because he doesn't care. He'll walk in and still, chat.
Which, by the way, if you're a kid and you walk in and your mom in the shower, that's awkward.
I've done the closet thing. You already referenced that one, so I won't go there. I remember one time I was in a relationship and we took Josiah to Orlando, Florida for like his birthday. And we got a double bed situation. So he was on one bed and then we were on the other bed. And to Shannon's point, horny. I wouldn't say we couldn't wait. It was just, why should we wait? And we just did it right there in the bed next to him.
That has to be hard to not make any sort of noise.
It was nice and subtle, we'll say.
I think that is honestly a thing that should get your kids taken away from you.
Why?
Because how do you know that he was not awake and just so traumatized he didn't want to say anything?
He ain't sleeping that good. He ain't Lazarus.
I think, hey, if you're too cheap and you don't have a connecting room that you can have your kid in another room.
Sorry, Mr. Baller.
I'm sorry, but you shouldn't. How about you, Mr. No Balls?
Oh no, I had balls.
You should not be doing that. Your child should not have. You know how traumatized your child's going to be?
He doesn't know, bro.
You think your childhood was traumatizing with your dad going away to
Josiah?
He doesn't know. Why are you trying to turn this into something else? He doesn't know.
Your kid's going to be one day telling his friends, Shannon and Mojo,
I had to lay in bed and pretend I was asleep to get through it.
What's up? What's up, Dustin? How you doing?
Not too bad. How you guys been?
We're doing good. Can you turn your radio down? Or it sounds like you're coming back at me for a second. Are you on a headset?
Yeah, I am. I'm at work.
Your
Let me change it.
your headset is really loud. Then you got bad hearing.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
it's beautiful.
Go ahead. What's going on?
Not much. I was just saying, me and my wife have to end up going out to our camper to get alone time because we have 5 boys.
Mike and Allie do that. That's actually genius.
In the driveway?
They go out to the drive. Is that where yours is?
Yep.
Mike and Allie told a story one time to Chelsea and I about how when Cecily, was very inquisitive and would come into the room every now and again, they would go sneak out to the camper.
Yeah, because these kids don't knock.
Do you make an announcement to say, "Hey, we're going out because we have a conversation," or do y'all just sneak out the house?
We just tell them we're going to clean the camper.
And
our youngest is 17, so.
Yeah. See, to me, going to clean the camper would now be my baking cookies euphemism. I would use that as my euphemism all the time. That's awesome. What kind of camper you got?
It's a 33.5 foot, just a tow behind.
By the way,
kind of like what Mike has.
Your wife is a lucky lady. 33.5 foot Toby time.
Toe behind.
Toe behind.
You can tell you're not a camping kind of guy.
I'm not a camper, yeah. Tia, what's up, Tia?
Hey guys, how are you?
We're good. What's going on?
Okay, so I just had a baby in January, and thank you. My water broke January 18th. He was born January 25th. I was in hospital the whole time. My husband and I were feeling it one night, and we snuck in the bathroom and just had sex.
In the
he was
hospital.
born the next day.
Oh wow!
In the hospital.
Yeah. Holy cow! I did not know that could happen. By the way.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I had been on restriction the whole time, and I couldn't.
That's insane.
So we needed him to come on, so why not? He was 7 weeks early anyway.
After you had sex, or after you had a baby, or when you were kind of towards the end, were you horny at all? Like, did you get horny?
Like before I delivered?
Yeah.
That's so horny.
Really?
Yeah, that is a thing. And that's why they do tell you that having sex will help help put you into labor.
Yes.
I don't know that I've ever heard of somebody's water breaking and then you don't deliver for another week. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was. I was 7 weeks early, and
Wow.
He was. I was in labor for almost the whole time. I was in labor for pretty much 2 days.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Nope, I'm coming." And they were like, "Anything you can do to help?" My husband said, "Hey,
I'm coming
let's
too.
Let's do what we know how to do. Let's do it." And so we do what we do.
Wow. I can't believe how many people, thank you for the call, Tia. I can't believe how many people have had sex in a hotel room on a vacation with their family, their whole kids.
Talk about it.
I think that is the most disgusting. You guys are all disgusting.
You just
people.
listen. No. You mad that Chelsea wouldn't let you get none? Because I promise you, y'all been on vacation. You tried to hit. She was like, "Get out my face."
Not if we had one room. I would never do that. First off,
you missing out.
No, can I tell you something? When we have had it, the hotel rooms, it was usually we had 2 beds in the room. She's in one bed with one kid. I'm in one bed with the other kid. If we got in the same bed, the kids would think that was disgusting.
Well, what did you do when you just had one kid, when you had Joe?
Usually they were in between us on a big bed.
Y'all are tripping.
The parents who have sex and their kids are in one bed and even in the bed with them, that's sickening.
I'm not doing it. In the bed with them is a different level. I'm not going that far. But if it's 5 o'clock in the morning, we've been up all night, and Joe's sleeping in the other bed, and he not hearing it. Yeah, we about to do a little one too.
That's how my friend conceived all her kids.
See?
They were all in the same bed.
JT, what did you want to say about that?
Wow.
JT.
Yeah, so we were staying in the Hard Rock in Florida. It was very expensive. We could only afford one room. And we had been in the pool and drinking, and the kids were in the room playing, and they fell asleep. So we just baked cookies.
Did you
while
go in
they were there
Did you go in the bathroom at least?
No.
You did it in the bed with the kids sleeping. How do you know they were fully
I'd
sleeping?
be so terrified that there was one eye open, looking.
They were, because they had been swimming, and they were so exhausted. And you can tell when an 8 and a 10-year-old are sound asleep.
8 and a 10-year-old. Seriously. Quick question for you. Do your kids have any kind of weird nightmares at night? Like, is there anything that ever comes your way?
Trauma. No.
Yeah. Are you a quiet sexer? Like, are you somebody that doesn't make a lot of
Well, I
noise?
had to be that day. Let's just say that. So.
Yeah. Did you make sure that your husband wasn't doing anything he shouldn't have been doing, like making noises or anything like that?
We've also had to do it in the closet like Shannon did. So, you have company over. It's just you don't want to make noise or any awkwardness, so you go in the closet.
How big is the closet?
It's not as big as I would have liked it to be, but it's carpeted.
That's a great answer.
It's somewhat comfortable. You throw some pillows down, it's okay.
Sorry.